Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Legacy here. Today, we're exploring a pretty wild fanfic scenario. What if Naruto had a leveling system? Ultimate 3-hour movie this time. Do tell me in the comments if you guys like long stories like these. And if you enjoy these kinds of stories, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you're always in the loop when a new one drops. Let's set a small goal of 50 likes on this video. I know we can hit it. Alright, without any further ado, let's get into it. The world was darkness. Not the peaceful, nighttime sort. This was the kind of void that felt endless, cold, and hollow, stretching out in every direction. Yet, somewhere within that nothingness, a presence waited. Silent, watching, a ripple broke the stillness. It began as a shimmer, like heat on a summer road, but it grew brighter and wider until the darkness was cut by silver-white light. Out of the void stepped a tall, ethereal figure, robes pale as moonlight, eyes ringed with concentric circles. Akatsuki. He stared down at a pool of swirling memories, a village under the sun, laughter echoing from ramen shops, the faces of children training beneath fluttering red and white flags. His gaze settled on one small, blonde-haired boy sitting on a swing, alone at the edge of the playground while others played together, ignoring him. A child marked by destiny, but not yet by power, the Akatsuki murmured, voice low and smooth as water over stone. His fingers traced patterns through the air, spinning threads of fate and possibility. Another figure drifted into view, draped in shadows, form shifting and indistinct. "Is this the vessel?" it asked, voice echoing strangely. The Akatsuki nodded. "The world will soon face calamity. Old enemies awaken, old powers stir. This era's fate must rest on new shoulders." His eyes shone silver. "Let us give this one a chance, a way to break the cycle." He reached into the glowing pool and drew forth a spark, small, blue gold, and pulsing like a heartbeat. He pressed it between his palms, weaving chakra and will into something new. A system built from rules and possibilities far beyond this world's comprehension. A power to grow, to adapt, to change destiny itself. He may reject it, the shadowy figure warned. Humans fear what they don't understand, or he may rise above them all. The Akatsuki smiled faintly. Let him choose. That is the game. With a flick of his hand, the spark spun away, vanishing into the darkness. Somewhere far away, in the land of fire, a boy would soon wake up feeling different. The Akatsuki looked on, the future unfolding in his eyes, 1,000 branching paths, each one touched by the smallest of changes. Let the test begin. The void trembled as the light faded, but a new story had already begun to take root. Naruto Uzumaki's day started the same way it usually did, with a grumbling stomach and an empty apartment. The sun filtered through a window caked with years of grime. He rolled over in bed, stared at the ceiling, and wondered if maybe, just maybe, today would be different. But outside, nothing changed. On the way to the academy, people avoided him, eyes averted, whispers following in his wake. Sometimes he thought he heard the words demon and monster, but he couldn't be sure. He just kept walking, head down, hands jammed into the pockets of his orange jacket. By the time he reached the playground, most kids had already gathered in groups. Naruto drifted toward the old swing set, half hopeful, half resigned. He pushed himself back and forth, letting the squeak of the chains drown out the sound of laughter he wasn't a part of. "Oi, Naruto." Iruka-sensei called out from the steps. "Class is starting. Coming." Naruto hopped off the swing and jogged up the steps, doing his best to ignore the sideways glances from his classmates. He plopped down in his usual seat, back row, by the window, and stared out at the village, daydreaming of pranks and ramen. Class was a blur. Lectures on chakra, stories of legendary shinobi, Iruka's tired attempts to get everyone to pay attention. Naruto felt his eyelids growing heavy, boredom settling in. That's when it happened. A sharp, cold sensation prickled at the base of his skull. For a split second, he felt weightless, like he was falling not through air, but through something thicker, stranger. His vision blurred. The room flickered, and then, system initializing, a faint, glowing box appeared in the corner of his vision, hovering over Iruka's chalkboard. Naruto blinked. He rubbed his eyes. The box was still there. "Welcome, player. Naruto Uzumaki. Title unlocked. Konoha's Shadow Monarch. Current level, 1. Stats unassigned. New quest. Find your own path. Press accept to begin." Naruto froze, heart pounding in his chest. Was this another one of his weird dreams? He glanced around. No one else seemed to notice anything. Sakura was doodling in her notebook. Sasuke was pretending to pay attention, but probably thinking about his next training session. Everyone else just existed. Naruto squeezed his eyes shut and counted to 5, then opened them again. The box hadn't moved. Slowly, he reached out and poked at the glowing accept button. He felt a tingle run up his finger, like static electricity, only deeper, humming in his bones. Suddenly, new boxes popped up. Daily quest received. Complete 50 push-ups. Be kind to someone. Practice chakra control for 10 minutes. Reward. Plus 5 EXP, plus 1 stat point. Random loot box. Stat sheet unlocked. View? Y/N. Naruto's head spun. Was he going crazy? Was someone messing with him? He looked over at Irika, who was now calling on him for an answer about chakra theory. Naruto, are you listening? Yeah. Naruto stammered, sitting up straighter. He could still see the glowing boxes, overlaying the room like some sort of ghost writing. He shook his head, forcing himself to focus. It's about, how you can shape chakra, right? Irika raised an eyebrow, surprised he'd gotten it right. Naruto sank back in his seat, heart racing. No one else seemed to notice. Whatever this was, it was just for him. As the lesson ended, Naruto glanced back at the floating prompts. He didn't know if it was a dream, a prank, or some weird side effect of all his ramen. But one thing was certain. Whatever this system was, he'd figure it out. And maybe, just maybe, today really would be different. Naruto didn't wait for the end of class. As soon as Irika dismissed them, he bolted outside, ignoring the chatter of his classmates. He ducked behind the academy building, heart pounding with curiosity and just a dash of fear. The boxes were still there, floating neatly in the corner of his vision. He squinted, focusing on the one marked, stat sheet unlocked. View? Y/N. And, feeling slightly ridiculous, whispered, yes. Suddenly, a translucent blue screen appeared. Naruto Uzumaki. Level 1. Title: Konoha's Shadow Monarch. HP: 100/100. Chakra: 80 of 80. Strength: 5. Agility: 4. Stamina: 6. Intelligence: 3. Luck: 1. Stat points: 0. Skills: none. Naruto blinked. Is this for real? He muttered, poking at the screen with his finger. His hand went right through. No one around seemed to see anything. But if it was real, then so were the quests. He glanced at the daily quest. Complete 50 push-ups. Be kind to someone. Practice chakra control for 10 minutes. Reward: plus 5 EXP, plus 1 stat point. Random loot box. Well, push-ups are easy, right? Naruto dropped to the ground behind the building and started pumping out push-ups. His arms burned by the 20th, but he powered through, determined to see what would happen. 47, 48, 49, 50. He collapsed onto his back, gasping, sweat running down his face. Instantly, the system chimed. Objective complete. 50 push-ups. January 3rd daily quest complete. Naruto grinned. Okay, that's pretty cool. He pushed himself up and dusted off his pants. Now for the next part. Be kind to someone. He peered around the corner and spotted a little girl struggling to lift a heavy box of supplies for her teacher. Without thinking, he jogged over. Hey, need some help? Naruto flashed his best grin. The girl blinked, surprised, but nodded. Together, they hefted the box and carried it inside. When they finished, the system popped up again. Objective complete. Be kind to someone. February 3rd daily quest complete. Naruto's heart soared. That was kind of fun, actually. It felt good to help, and even better to see that blue notification. Last quest, chakra control. That was always his weakest skill, but with this new system, maybe he could finally get better. He snuck back to the training field and sat cross-legged on the grass. Closing his eyes, he focused, just like Irika had taught. Feel the chakra, move it through your body, steady and slow. It wasn't easy. His mind kept wandering, but the system flashed a timer in his vision, 10 minutes, counting down. Come on, almost there. At exactly the 10-minute mark, a gentle chime sounded in his mind. Objective complete. Chakra control training. March 3rd daily quests complete. Daily quest complete. Rewards granted. Plus 5 EXP. Plus 1 stat point. Plus random loot box. Beginner's bento box. Naruto stared in amazement as the screen glowed and flickered. He felt a weird, tingling rush through his body, his muscles less sore, his mind a little clearer. He even felt full. He looked down. In his lap sat a neat little bento box, steaming and fresh. No way. Naruto opened it up. Rice balls, fried chicken, pickled veggies, the works. All right. Free food. He wolfed it down, feeling better than he had in weeks. He pulled up his stat screen and noticed the plus 1 stat point. After a moment's thought, he dumped it into chakra. The number jumped from 80 to 81. And for a second, Naruto swore he could actually feel the chakra pulsing a little stronger inside him. He got to his feet, a goofy grin on his face. For the first time in forever, he felt like he'd discovered something cool, something that was his alone. Maybe, just maybe, he wasn't a total loser after all. As the sun dipped low, Naruto headed home, system notifications still gently glowing at the edge of his vision. Whatever tomorrow brought, he was ready for it. Somewhere deep within, a slumbering power stirred, watching its host with new interest. The next morning, Naruto woke up early, energy buzzing under his skin. Was it the extra chakra? The free bento? The knowledge that he had a secret, something no one else in the village did? He wasn't sure, but he was ready for whatever came next. On the way to the academy, he double-checked his system notifications just to make sure he hadn't dreamed it all up. Daily quest available, 50 push-ups, be kind to someone, chakra control for 10 minutes, rewards, plus 5 EXP, plus 1 stat point, random loot box. He smirked. Easy. By the time he got to class, Irika-sensei was already waiting outside with a clipboard, a mischievous twinkle in his eye. All right, everyone, we're doing sparring matches today. Line up. Naruto perked up immediately. Sparring meant a chance to prove himself, something he rarely got to do, unless he wanted to eat dirt in front of everyone. The system pinged softly. New quest. Show your strength. Win your sparring match. Reward. Plus 10 EXP. Unlock skill. Insight. LV1. Naruto swallowed. All right, here goes nothing. When the matchups were called, he nearly groaned. Sasuke Uchiha, the top student. Cool, calm, talented. Everything Naruto wasn't, or at least, that's how it felt. They took their positions on the mat. Sasuke eyed him with that usual bored glare. The class chattered, some already making bets on how fast Sasuke would win. Ready, begin. For a moment, everything felt normal. Then the system flared in Naruto's vision. Skill unlocked. Insight, LV1. See basic weaknesses and current stamina of opponents. Suddenly, it was like someone had taken a highlighter to Sasuke's body. Little glowing markers pulsed around his left knee and his right shoulder, old training injuries. Maybe. Above Sasuke's head floated a pale blue bar, about 90% full. Naruto almost forgot to move, so shocked by the change. Sasuke darted forward, throwing a punch. Normally, Naruto would have taken the hit or barely dodged. But this time, he saw the movement a split second earlier and ducked just in time. Whoa. Naruto managed, stumbling, but staying upright. He saw his opening, Sasuke's slightly overextended leg. Naruto swept low and aimed a clumsy kick at Sasuke's left knee. It connected. The class gasped as Sasuke staggered, not used to being caught off guard. Naruto blinked in surprise, then grinned. Heh, not bad, right? Sasuke scowled, circling warily now. For the next few minutes, they traded blows, and for once, Naruto wasn't getting flattened. He dodged, blocked, and using the flickering blue markers, landed a couple more solid hits. The system chimed again. Quest progress, 85%. On the edge of the mat, Irika's jaw was practically on the floor. Is this really Naruto? Even Sakura was watching, wide-eyed. Sasuke, frustrated, finally charged, trying for a decisive finishing blow. But Naruto ducked low, faked right, and used a textbook taijutsu move, one he'd failed at a dozen times before. This time, with the system's guidance, he pulled it off perfectly. Sasuke hit the mat with a soft thud, stunned for just a moment. Irika called it. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki. For a second, there was nothing but silence. Then, the system's rewards flooded in. Quest complete. Show your strength. Plus 10 EXP. Skill unlocked. Insight, LV. 1. Bonus. Plus 1 agility. Naruto felt his limbs tingling with new strength. He looked up, half expecting the world to go back to normal. Instead, everyone was staring, some impressed, some shocked, some, like Sasuke, downright confused. As Naruto stood and dusted himself off, he caught Irika's eye. The teacher smiled, uncertain but proud. For once, Naruto wasn't just the class clown. He was the winner, and somewhere, deep inside, something powerful and ancient stirred, a promise of more to come. When sparring ended, the buzz in the classroom was unlike anything Naruto had ever experienced. Normally, after getting knocked flat, he'd slink to the back of the group, ignored or laughed at. But today, people kept glancing at him, curious, a few even a little impressed. Sakura shot him a puzzled look. That was actually pretty good, Naruto. What's gotten into you? Even Sasuke was staring, arms crossed, brow furrowed in annoyance. Don't get cocky. Next time, you won't be so lucky. Naruto just scratched the back of his head and laughed, heart pounding. If only they knew. But as the others broke off for lunch, Naruto slipped away to a quiet corner behind the school. The familiar blue system screen hovered in his vision, waiting. He opened his stat sheet. Naruto Uzumaki. Level 2. Title: Konoha Shadow Monarch. HP: 105/105. Chakra: 81 of 81. Strength: 5. Agility: 5. Stamina: 6. Intelligence: 3. Luck: 1. Stat points: 1. Skills: Insight LV: 1. See weak points and stamina bars of opponent's short range. Shadow Clone Technique LV: 1. Locked. Need scroll. Quests: Daily Quest. In progress. Hidden Quest. New. Naruto's eyes widened. A new quest? He tapped the faint question mark, and the world seemed to pulse and shimmer. Words scrawled across his vision, bolder and colder than before. Hidden Quest: The Beast Within. Objective: Make peaceful contact with the other presence inside you. Time limit: none. Reward: Warning: Failure may result in system lockout. Naruto's breath caught. He knew what other presence meant. The nine-tailed fox sealed inside him. The reason everyone in the village treated him like an outcast. He'd always tried not to think about it, but the system was forcing him to face it. He hesitated, then whispered, "How am I supposed to do that?" For a moment, nothing happened. Then the system flashed another message. Tip: Meditation or moments of great stress can trigger contact. Naruto frowned, not exactly thrilled at the idea. Still, he closed his eyes, trying to focus inward. He pictured his chakra swirling in his belly. He tried to reach for the vague, fiery energy he sometimes felt when he was angry or scared. At first, all he felt was silence. Then, deep down, a faint rumble, like distant thunder. Something was there, watching, waiting. He jerked back, shivering. Nope, not today. Not yet, but he'd felt it. The system wasn't lying. The screen pinged softly. Quest progress: 10%. Naruto let out a shaky breath. Okay, so this was real. All of it. And if he could just face that fear, maybe he'd get even stronger. He pressed the +1 stat point into agility, remembering how much faster he'd felt dodging Sasuke's punches. His stat sheet flashed. Agility: 6. The difference was subtle, but real. He grinned, feeling his confidence swell. Suddenly, Irika appeared around the corner, looking both relieved and worried. Naruto, there you are. You did really well today, keep it up. But if something's bothering you, you can talk to me, all right? Naruto hesitated, tempted to spill everything about the weird floating screens and the hidden quests. But the system flashed a warning at the edge of his vision. System notice: disclosure forbidden. Penalty: stat reduction. Naruto forced a grin. I'm good, Irika-sensei. Promise. Irika smiled. All right, get some lunch. As Irika walked away, Naruto looked up at the bright sky and let himself hope, for the first time in a long time, that maybe his life really was about to change. The world was bigger and weirder than he'd ever imagined. And somewhere, deep inside, the beast was stirring. That night, Naruto lay in bed, hands folded behind his head, staring up at the cracked ceiling. The system screen still flickered in his mind whenever he closed his eyes. Stat sheets, quest logs, mysterious icons he didn't dare open yet. But the one that stuck with him was that hidden quest, the one about the other presence. He'd felt it, just for a moment, earlier that day. A rumbling, a wild energy curling deep in his belly. The Nine Tails. The reason he was alone. But now, with everyone else asleep and the moon pouring silvery light into his room, Naruto felt braver than he had before. He sat up, cross-legged on his mattress, and whispered, "Okay, let's try this again." He closed his eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. He focused on his chakra, on that swirling, restless force at his center. The world faded, replaced by darkness and a distant, echoing drip. Water, somewhere far away. The system chimed in his mind, entering meditation mode. Chakra focus, sufficient. Danger level, moderate. Proceed? Y/N. Naruto swallowed, heart pounding, but thought, yes. Suddenly, his senses twisted. He felt himself falling, swept down a tunnel of swirling red and black. He landed on his feet in ankle-deep water, the air thick with the scent of old stone and something wild. He looked up and found himself in a vast, endless corridor. Pipes and grates ran along the ceiling and floor, and up ahead, an enormous gate, taller than any building in the village. Behind the bars, two glowing red eyes blinked open. What is this? Naruto whispered, even though he knew. The eyes narrowed. A grin, wide and full of sharp teeth, flashed behind the bars. So, the brat finally dares to visit. A deep, rumbling voice echoed all around him. Naruto tried not to tremble. You're the Nine Tails. The fox laughed, a sound like thunder rolling over distant mountains. And you are the fool who holds me prisoner. Come to mock me. Boy, Naruto felt a familiar sting of anger, but also something new, a hint of pity. For the first time, the system buzzed softly at the edge of his thoughts. Hidden quest, the beast within, progress, 50%. Make peaceful contact. Naruto straightened, clenching his fists to keep them from shaking. I'm not here to fight. I want to know why you hate me. The Nine-Tails' eyes narrowed. You carry my power. You carry my cage. I didn't ask for any of this. Naruto shouted, voice echoing through the tunnel. There was a pause, as if the air itself was holding its breath. Then the beast spoke again, voice quieter, almost, for a moment, sad. Nor did I. But you're braver than most, child. If you would walk into the jaws of a monster willingly. The system pinged again, brighter this time. Quest update, 90% complete. Bonus objective, display courage in the face of fear. Naruto let himself breathe, feeling a strange connection, not just anger and fear, but a bond forming in the silence. If you're stuck in here with me, then maybe we could stop hating each other. At least a little. For a moment, the fox just watched him. Then, ever so slightly, the giant head dipped. We'll see, boy. We'll see. The world shimmered, and Naruto felt himself being pulled back, up, out, through water and darkness and memory, until he was back in his bed, gasping for air. He looked at the system screen as it appeared, glowing triumphantly. Hidden quest complete. The beast within. Rewards. Passive skill unlocked. Chakra regeneration LV. 1. Kurama's wariness. Reduced. Bonus EXP. Plus 25. Stat point. Plus 2. Naruto stared, breathless, as his whole body seemed to tingle with new energy. His chakra felt steadier, warmer. He sensed, for the first time, that the darkness inside him wasn't just empty anymore. Maybe, just maybe, he wasn't alone. And somewhere, deep in his soul, the Nine-Tails watched him with new, cautious respect. The next day, Naruto woke before sunrise, feeling refreshed in a way he couldn't explain. He stretched, rolled out of bed, and bounced on his toes. His chakra felt smoother, like a river instead of a leaky faucet. He checked his system out of habit. Daily quest available, 50 push-ups. Be kind to someone. Chakra control for 10 minutes. Rewards, plus 5 EXP, plus 1 stat point. Random loot box. He grinned. Time to get started. Naruto powered through his push-ups in record time, barely breaking a sweat, and finished his chakra control drills before most people in the building were even awake. The system dinged in his head, quietly rewarding him. As he left the apartment, he found an old man struggling with a heavy grocery bag and offered to help. The system chimed again. Daily quest complete. Plus 5 EXP, plus 1 stat point. Loot box. Freshly made dumplings. Naruto pocketed the dumplings, whistling on his way to the academy. When he got there, things felt different. He noticed little things. How his classmates gave him more space in the hallway. How some of them looked at him with a mix of wariness and curiosity. Yo, Naruto. Did you eat something weird? Kiba asked, giving him a playful shove. You look less like a zombie than usual. Naruto grinned, ignoring the question. Just training harder. That's all. But not everyone was buying it. Sasuke watched him from the end of the hall, eyes sharp and unreadable. Sakura gave him a soft, confused smile, as if she couldn't quite figure out why he seemed brighter. Class passed in a blur. Naruto found it easier than ever to focus, even answering a couple of Iruka's questions correctly. Something he'd almost never done before. Each time he got something right, the system gave him a tiny boost of EXP. It was like having a secret friend cheering him on, invisibly pushing him to improve. But Naruto noticed Iruka watching him, closer than usual, like he was trying to solve a puzzle. After class, as everyone filed out, Iruka called, Naruto, could you stay back for a minute? Naruto swallowed, nerves prickling. Sure, Iruka-sensei. Iruka shut the classroom door and leaned against his desk, arms folded. You've been acting different lately. Not just during sparring. You're focused. Stronger. Quieter, even. Naruto forced a grin. Maybe I'm just maturing. Iruka's eyes softened, but his voice stayed gentle. You know, if something's on your mind, you can talk to me. I'm not just your teacher, I'm on your side. For a wild second, Naruto wanted to spill everything. The floating screens, the quests, his talk with the Nine-Tails. But the system immediately flashed a warning. System notice. Disclosure forbidden. Penalty, stat reduction. He winced, then shrugged, choosing honesty of a different kind. I guess. I just want to get stronger, sensei. I'm tired of being the dead last. Iruka smiled, something proud shining in his eyes. You're not alone, Naruto. even if it feels that way sometimes. Naruto blinked, surprised. For a moment, he almost believed it. Irika clapped him on the shoulder. Keep working hard, but don't forget to lean on your friends when you need to. Naruto nodded. I will. Thanks, Irika-sensei. As he left the classroom, the system chimed softly. Hidden quest progress. Bonds of trust 10%. Support from mentors strengthens your path. Naruto's heart felt lighter. For the first time, he realized that maybe not everything had to be a secret. Maybe some things, like Irika's faith in him, could be a power all their own. He stepped out into the afternoon sun, a little less alone and a lot more determined. The day of the graduation exam always felt like a festival, nerves and excitement in the air, students gathering outside the academy, some showing off new moves, others whispering about who might become a ninja and who might fail. Naruto arrived early, system notifications quietly shimmering in his vision. He checked his stat screen, heart pounding. Naruto Uzumaki. Level 3. Title: Konoha's Shadow Monarch. HP: 110/110. Chakra: 83 of 83. Strength: 5. Agility: 6. Stamina: 6. Intelligence: 3. Luck: 1. Stat points: 2. Skills: Insight LV: 1. Chakra Regeneration LV: 1. He dumped his new stat points into stamina and chakra. If today was the day he became a real ninja, he wanted to feel as strong as possible. The exam hall was buzzing. Irika and Mizuki waited at the front, clipboards ready, eyes serious. All right, class, Irika announced. Today's test is simple. Perform the clone jutsu. You pass, you become Genin. Naruto felt his gut twist. The clone jutsu, the one I always mess up. But the system popped up with a new notification. Quest: Graduation Trials. Objective: Pass the clone jutsu exam. Reward: Genin rank, unlock, inventory, and skill tree. Bonus: Impress an instructor for extra EXP. Naruto watched as Sasuke and Sakura nailed the jutsu with ease, each producing perfect copies. He swallowed hard. He was up next. He stepped to the front, aware of everyone's eyes on him. Some amused, some already expecting him to fail. He closed his eyes, drawing his chakra, and the system's interface gently guided him. Tip: Chakra control enhanced. Visualize your clone. Distribute chakra evenly. He focused, letting the memory of his recent meditation flow through him. Come on, I can do this. Clone jutsu, Naruto called, pushing chakra outwards. A bright puff of smoke filled the air, and when it cleared, two solid, if slightly wobbly, clones stood beside him. They weren't perfect, but they looked alive. For a heartbeat, the room was silent. Then Irika's mouth fell open, surprised. Well done, Naruto. Irika's smile was real, pride shining in his eyes. Even Mizuki, usually quick with a sneer, seemed momentarily impressed. The system flashed. Quest complete. Graduation trials. Genin rank achieved. Inventory unlocked. Skill tree unlocked. Bonus: plus 15 EXP. Impressed instructor. Loot box. Starter ninja tools. Naruto's head spun with new screens. A grid labeled inventory. A branching tree labeled skills. Shiny new icons for shuriken and kunai he hadn't owned 5 minutes ago. He stepped off the stage, grinning, as Sakura flashed him a thumbs up, and even Sasuke gave a grudging nod. When all the students had finished, Irika handed out the headbands. Naruto's hands shook as he tied his around his forehead, pride welling in his chest. Later, as the other kids celebrated outside, Mizuki called Naruto aside. Hey, Naruto. Irika asked me to give you a special assignment. Meet me behind the academy at dusk, okay? Alone. Naruto blinked, a little nervous, but nodded. Sure. The system flickered a warning in red at the edge of his vision. Hidden quest: Treacherous intent detected. Objective: Survive Mizuki's deception. Reward: High EXP. Unique skill: Shadow Clone Jutsu. Penalty: Death. Naruto's excitement faded into a cold chill. Something big was coming. He took a deep breath, adjusting his new headband. For the first time in his life, he felt like a true ninja. But if he was going to survive what came next, he'd have to be ready for anything. The sun was dipping below the rooftops of Konoha as Naruto hurried through the empty academy corridors, his new headband still gleaming with pride. But the system's urgent, pulsing warning in the corner of his vision kept him on edge. Hidden quest: Treacherous intent detected. Objective: Survive Mizuki's deception. Reward: High EXP. Unique skill: Shadow Clone Jutsu. Penalty: Death. Naruto's gut twisted. He'd always wanted to impress his teachers, but now the system practically screamed danger. He found Mizuki waiting behind the academy. The older Chunin's face creased into a forced smile. The shadows made him look sharper, meaner. Ready for your special assignment, Naruto? Mizuki asked, voice too friendly. You've always wanted real recognition, right? Naruto nodded, every sense on high alert. Mizuki pressed a scroll into Naruto's hands, heavy, wrapped in silk. This is a secret training exercise. Take this scroll home and learn one jutsu from it. Do that, and you'll be a hero to the village. The system flashed red. Warning. High-level forbidden scroll detected. New objective. Learn a jutsu from the scroll of sealing. Bonus. Survive the night. Naruto hesitated, but nodded. Okay. Thanks, Mizuki-sensei. He darted off toward the forest, heart pounding. Once alone, he unfurled the scroll, eyes wide as he saw instructions for powerful jutsu he'd only heard about in legends. One jutsu leapt out at him. Shadow Clone Jutsu. The system highlighted it, blinking. Quest update. Learn Shadow Clone Jutsu. Reward. Skill unlocked. Massive EXP. Naruto dove in, reading the scroll line by line. He followed the chakra instructions, feeling energy race through his body. Shadow Clone Jutsu, he cried. Puffs of smoke exploded around him. Not just one, but dozens of perfect clones sprang to life. Naruto gasped, amazed. The system dinged. Skill unlocked. Shadow Clone Jutsu, LV. 1. EXP gained. Plus 100. Bonus stat points. Plus 3. But the celebration was short-lived. Leaves rustled. Mizuki crashed into the clearing, Shuakin gleaming in his hand. Ice cold. You idiot. Did you really think you'd become a hero? The whole village hates you because you're the Nine Tails. The words cut deeper than any kunai. Naruto staggered, shock freezing him in place. But the system flared bright. Warning. Threat detected. Enemy. Mizuki Chunin. Weakness. Overconfidence. Right arm injury. Health. 90%. Irika burst into the clearing, panting. Naruto. Get away from him. Mizuki sneered, launching a massive shuriken at Naruto. Time seemed to slow as the system highlighted Mizuki's attack path and flashed a button. Skill suggestion. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto's instincts kicked in. Shadow Clone Jutsu. A dozen clones sprang up, intercepting the shuriken, some tackling Mizuki outright. The real Naruto ducked and rolled, adrenaline and system-guided awareness pushing him to his limits. Irika shielded Naruto, taking a hit for him. Naruto, you have to run. But Naruto shook his head. No, I'm not running anymore. He created even more clones, 50, 100, maybe more. They swarmed Mizuki, overwhelming the traitor with sheer numbers. The system lit up with a victory screen. Quest complete. Treacherous intent defeated. EXP gained. Plus 200. Title unlocked. Hidden Guardian. Irika's Trust. Max. Special reward. Hidden pouch. Inventory slot unlocked. Naruto stood, breathless, as Irika staggered to his side. The teacher's voice was soft but strong. You did it, Naruto. I always believed in you. Irika gently took off his own headband and tied it around Naruto's forehead. Eyes shining. You're a true ninja now. Naruto blinked away tears. For the first time, he didn't feel alone. Not with Irika's hand on his shoulder. Not with the gentle glow of the system congratulating him. Not with the pride swelling in his chest. Konoha's Shadow Monarch was only just beginning his journey. Morning sunlight poured into the academy as Naruto strolled through the doors, headband shining on his forehead, heart still racing from the wild night before. Everywhere he looked, kids were celebrating, some hugging, others high-fiving, all grinning from ear to ear. Naruto felt lighter, like he'd finally stepped out from under a shadow, but he also noticed something new. People were watching him, not with the old scorn or suspicion, but with curiosity. A few even nodded as he passed. Irika caught his eye and gave him a proud thumbs up from the teacher's lounge. Naruto checked his system on the sly. Naruto Uzumaki. Level 5. Title. Konoha's Shadow Monarch. HP. 120/120. Chakra. 100 out of 100. Strength. 5. Agility. 6. Stamina. 8. Intelligence. 3. Luck. 1. Stat points. 3. Skills. Insight. LV1. Chakra regeneration. LV1. Shadow Clone Jutsu. LV1. Inventory. Starter Ninja Tools. Hidden Pouch. Bento Box. Freshly made dumplings. Quests. Daily Quest. Available. Team formation. In progress. As the students filtered into the classroom, Naruto took his usual seat by the window, only now, instead of looking out, he was looking in, eager for what came next. Irika stood at the front, reading from a clipboard. Congratulations, everyone. You are now official Genin of Konoha. Today, you'll be assigned to your 3-person teams and meet your Jonin instructor. Listen up, Team 7. Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, Naruto Uzumaki. Your instructor will be Kakashi Hitaki. Naruto grinned, shooting a fist in the air. Yes, he glanced over. Sakura looked relieved, sneaking glances at Sasuke. Sasuke, well, he just looked broody as always. The system flashed. New quest. Team 7, assemble. Objective, make a good first impression on your team. Bonus, unlock party system with teammates. As they waited for their sensei, the three sat together for the first time. Silence stretched awkwardly. Sakura cleared her throat. So, we're a team now. Naruto tried to play it cool, but the system's insight skill glowed at the edge of his vision, displaying brief notes as he glanced at his teammates. Sasuke Uchiha, confident, skilled, emotionally distant. Hidden pain detected. Sakura Haruno, smart, diligent, self-conscious. Wants to impress. Naruto blinked. That was actually helpful. He cleared his throat. I know we're all supposed to be teammates now, but, let's try not to get in each other's way, all right? He tried for a cool smile. Sasuke rolled his eyes. Just don't slow us down, dope. Sakura elbowed Sasuke. Be nice, Sasuke. Naruto's improved a lot lately. Naruto felt his cheeks warm. Was that a compliment? Time dragged on. The other teams were collected by their instructors, but Team 7 waited. And waited. And waited. When the door finally creaked open, a man with gravity-defying silver hair, a mask over half his face, and a bored look in his visible eye wandered in. You're late. Naruto and Sakura both shouted, instantly in sync. Kakashi blinked. Sorry. I got lost on the path of life. The system blinked. New threat detected. Kakashi Hitaki, Jonin. Warning. Extremely high skill level. Weakness, chronic tardiness. Kakashi eyed them. Meet me on the roof in 5 minutes. And just like that, he vanished in a puff of smoke. Sakura sighed. Is it always going to be like this? Naruto grinned, already liking the chaos. Guess we're in for something special. On the rooftop, Team 7 gathered for their introductions. Kakashi studied each of them with that unreadable gaze. Tell me your names, what you like, dislike, and your dreams for the future. Sasuke went first, all cold ambition. Sakura followed, her voice nervous but determined. When it was Naruto's turn, he took a breath. My name's Naruto Uzumaki. I like ramen, training, and, surprising people. I hate being ignored. My dream is to be Hokage, and to protect my friends. He glanced at his teammates. The system chimed gently. Quest progress. 50%. Bonds of trust. Kakashi's eye curved in what might have been a smile. Interesting group. Training starts tomorrow. Don't eat breakfast. You'll regret it. He vanished again, leaving Team 7 staring at each other, excitement and nerves tangled in the air. Naruto looked up at the sky, heart racing. With a system guiding him, a legendary sensei, and a real team by his side, anything felt possible. The adventure was only just beginning. Naruto didn't sleep much that night. Excitement and nerves twisted together in his stomach, so he went through his system daily quests, ate his loot box, dumplings, and double-checked his skills and inventory for the 100th time. He even tried meditating again, touching the faint presence of Kurama, who seemed a little less grumpy each time. When dawn finally came, Naruto pulled on his headband and raced to the training field, where Sakura and Sasuke were already waiting, both looking tired, both pretending not to be anxious. Kakashi arrived a good hour late, book in hand, and waved lazily. Yo, sorry I'm late. A black cat crossed my path, so I had to take the long way. Naruto's system flashed. Quest, bell test, shadows in motion. Objective, steal a bell from Kakashi Hitaki using teamwork or creativity. Reward, unlock party system with Team 7, plus EXP, special title. Penalty, team failure and possible dismissal as Genin. Kakashi held up 2 small bells, their silver surfaces winking in the sun. The rules are simple. Get a bell from me by noon. There are only 2 bells. Whoever fails goes back to the academy. Naruto's heart hammered. He shot a look at his teammates, but Sakura was biting her lip and Sasuke had his usual scowl. Ready? Start. Kakashi vanished. Literally vanished. 1 second he was there. The next, he was gone. The system's insight skill lit up faintly, showing only flickers of movement in the trees. Naruto realized he couldn't rely just on the system for this fight. Kakashi was too fast, too experienced, and had a system of his own, the system called being a veteran ninja. Naruto dove into the brush, his mind racing. He knew splitting up was a bad idea, but he also knew the system sometimes rewarded risk. Suggestion: use Shadow Clone Jutsu to scout. He bit his thumb, grinned, and formed a hand sign. Shadow Clone Jutsu, for clones split off, darting into the forest in different directions. Through the system, Naruto could feel their impressions. Kakashi's chakra here, a hint of a trap there. Suddenly, one of his clones exploded in a puff of smoke. Naruto gasped as the memory hit him. A snare, a blur of movement, Kakashi's voice murmuring too slow just before the end. He regrouped with Sakura and Sasuke by a stream. "He's everywhere," Sakura whispered, eyes wide. Naruto nodded. "We need to work together. One-on-one, we're toast." Sasuke frowned, but didn't argue. "Fine." Distraction? Flanking? Backup? The system dinged softly. Quest update. Teamwork engaged. Bonus EXP possible. Naruto smiled. "I'll go loud. You guys go sneaky." He charged into the open, yelling, "Come out and fight, Kakashi-sensei." His clones fanned out, forcing Kakashi to reveal himself for a split second, just long enough for Sasuke to toss a barrage of shuriken from behind. Kakashi dodged, but Naruto's insight skill flared. Weakness. Overconfidence in close combat. Naruto grinned, closed the gap with a real burst of speed, and landed a punch, just a glancing blow. But it surprised Kakashi. Sakura moved next, using a genjutsu she learned in class to confuse Kakashi for half a second. Sasuke used the opening, nearly grabbing a bell before Kakashi danced away. A bit more serious now. The system chimed. Quest progress, 70%. Continue teamwork to complete. But time was running out. Kakashi upped the pressure, trapping Naruto in a pit, binding Sasuke to a log, and dangling a growling stomach in front of Sakura, who'd skipped breakfast like he'd told them. Naruto, dirty but grinning, realized what was going on. "He wants us to help each other," he muttered. The system didn't light up, but it didn't need to. This was about heart, not stats. Naruto gathered what food he had left from his loot box and offered it to his teammates. "If one of us wins, none of us does. Let's stick together." Kakashi appeared in a swirl of leaves, eye crinkling. "You pass. Quest complete. Bell test. Shadows in motion. Reward. Party system with Team 7 unlocked. Title. Team player. Plus 50 EXP. Sasuke blinked in disbelief. Sakura nearly cried. Naruto felt the system's boost. But more than that, he felt the warmth of his friends and the thrill of succeeding together. Kakashi's tone softened. "Ninjas who break the rules are trash, but those who abandon their friends are worse than trash. Remember that." Naruto nodded, a lump in his throat. This was just the beginning, but for the first time, Team 7 felt like a real team. And with his system quietly cheering him on, Naruto knew he could face whatever came next. For the next week, Team 7's life became a whirlwind of low-level ninja chores, rescuing runaway cats, weeding gardens, cleaning rivers, and chasing chickens through half the village. Sakura grumbled, Sasuke scowled, and even Kakashi looked a little bored. But for Naruto, everything felt new. Every morning, the system flashed fresh quests. Daily quest available. Complete a mission with Team 7. Make your teammates laugh. Practice chakra control for 15 minutes. Rewards. Plus 7 EXP, plus 1 stat point. Random loot box. Naruto was the only one who saw the game-like layer beneath it all. When they caught Tora the cat for the third time, he received mission complete. Capture the daimyo's cat. Plus 3 EXP. Loot box. Assorted treats. He shared the treats with Sakura, who snorted at Sasuke's deadpan joke about Tora being a secret S-rank threat. The system chimed. Objective complete. Make your teammates laugh. But things shifted one afternoon, when their assigned task was to clean an abandoned storage building on the edge of the village. Dust filled the air, sunlight filtering through broken windows. Naruto wandered into a back room, broom in hand, when the system suddenly pulsed in warning. Hidden dungeon detected. Location: old storage cellar. Level 3. Enemies: rogue rats, ninja weasels, mini-boss. Reward: bonus EXP, skill scroll, mystery box. Naruto's eyes widened. Guys? I think there's something weird in here." Sasuke poked his head in, raising an eyebrow. "It's just a storage room, dope." But the system's insight skill flickered. Faint trails on the ground, chewed-up scrolls, the soft patter of feet. Suddenly, a massive rat, twice the size of a normal one, eyes red as rubies, lunged from the shadows. Naruto jumped back, heart pounding. Shadow clone jutsu. His clones materialized, blocking the rat's path. Sakura squeaked and scrambled onto a crate. Sasuke, seeing the chaos, joined in, launching a kunai with practiced calm. The rat split into 2 smaller rats, both scurrying in different directions. The system displayed enemy: rogue rat, LV3, HP 25/25. Weakness: bright light, team attacks. Naruto grinned. "Sakura, shine your flashlight over here." Sakura fumbled for her ninja-issued light and flicked it on, blinding one of the rats. Sasuke's follow-up hit landed perfectly, while Naruto's clone took care of the second. The original, larger rat scurried behind a crate, only for Kakashi to appear, book in hand, barely glancing up as he dispatched it with a flick of a shuriken. The system burst with notifications. Dungeon cleared. Bonus EXP, plus 30. Stat point, plus 1. Item drop. Skill scroll. Chakra control. LV1. Loot box. Mini boss chest. Naruto scooped up the scroll, a wide grin on his face. He glanced at his teammates, but none of them seemed to notice anything unusual. Just another weird day on Team 7. Kakashi raised an eyebrow, eye crinkling. Good instincts, Naruto. Sometimes the smallest missions have the strangest surprises. Naruto slipped the scroll into his inventory, heart racing. He knew his system was making him better, but for the first time, he felt like his choices and his team were leveling up together. That night, as he reviewed his system screens, new stats, skills, and a growing sense of purpose, Naruto wondered what other secrets the village might be hiding, just waiting for him to uncover. He fell asleep dreaming of dungeons, teamwork, and the promise that every day could be a new adventure. After a week of chores and odd jobs, Team 7 was restless. Even Sakura, who prided herself on following orders, couldn't hide her disappointment. I thought being a ninja would be more, ninja-like. Sasuke just scoffed, arms crossed, and Naruto felt the itch too. His system was churning out the same small quests, and the thrill of EXP was starting to wear thin. He wanted something big, something real. One morning, after another routine mission report, Naruto snapped. "Come on, old man. Give us a real mission," he blurted, standing in front of the Hokage's desk. Irika and the Hokage both blinked in surprise, but Kakashi only smiled behind his mask, as if he'd been expecting it. The third Hokage stroked his beard. "Very well, Naruto. Team 7, you are assigned to a C-rank mission, escorting a bridge builder to the Land of Waves." Naruto's system erupted with excitement. Main quest unlocked, Land of Waves escort. Objective, protect Tazuna the bridge builder and ensure safe arrival at destination. Bonus objectives, discover hidden threats, strengthen bonds with Team 7, impress your Jonin sensei. Reward, major EXP, new skill opportunities, unique loot. Outside, they met their client, Tazuna, a scruffy, cranky old man who looked at them doubtfully. "You kids are my protection? The old days must really be over." Sasuke's eyes narrowed. "We can handle it." Kakashi briefed them as they left the gates. "Stay alert. Missions outside the village are different. Danger can come from anywhere." The system flashed a warning at Naruto. Quest update. Unknown threat detected. Remain vigilant. For the first few hours, the journey was uneventful. The sun was bright, the road quiet. But the system's insight skill tingled at the edge of Naruto's awareness, like a sixth sense. Then, a flicker, footprints in the mud. Two puddles that didn't match the weather. Naruto paused, feeling his heart pick up. Danger detected. Hostile ninja presence. Enemy. Demon brothers, Chunin. Poison chains. Weakness. Overconfidence. Poor coordination. Before he could shout a warning, two masked ninja erupted from the puddles, chains flashing. Sasuke and Naruto both reacted instantly. Sakura froze, clutching Tazuna. Naruto felt the system's slow time, highlighting attack paths and weak points. Shadow Clone Jutsu, he called, creating two clones to intercept one attacker, while Sasuke launched a shuriken at the other. The first Demon Brothers' chain snapped a clone, but Naruto dodged and tackled the attacker's legs. Sasuke finished the other with a sharp kick, and Kakashi appeared in a blur, effortlessly pinning them both. The system chimed. Mini-boss defeated. Demon Brothers. EXP, plus 20. Teamwork bonus, plus 5 EXP. Loot. Antidote pill. Chunin headband. Naruto's heart was still racing, but he couldn't hide his grin. "Did you see that? We're awesome." Kakashi was less impressed, narrowing at Tazuna. "You said this was a C-rank mission. These men are not bandits." Tazuna looked sheepish. "Maybe I forgot to mention the part about a certain dangerous man after me." The system popped up for Naruto. Quest update. Major threat incoming. Prepare for boss fight. Boss. Zabuza Momochi detected. Objective. Survive. Naruto's excitement turned to nerves, but also determination. This was what he'd wanted, a real test. And this time, he had his team, his system, and a mission that mattered. He glanced at Sasuke and Sakura, both a little shaken, both standing tall. They were ready for whatever came next. Team 7 pressed on into the thickening trees, the air turning damp as they entered the Land of Waves. The road narrowed, the sounds of the village faded, and even Tazuna's complaints grew quiet. Naruto felt the change deep in his gut. The system reflected it too. Danger zone, active. All senses heightened. Enemy presence likely. New quest. survived the Mist Demon. He checked his stats and made sure to equip the antidote pill the system had dropped from the Demon Brothers. Every step felt heavier, but he kept up, determined not to slow down his team. A heavy fog rolled in, so thick it was hard to see more than a few feet ahead. Kakashi called for everyone to stop, voice suddenly serious. Get down. Formation D. We're being watched. Sakura moved closer to Tazuna, trembling. Sasuke tensed, kunai at the ready. Naruto swallowed, feeling his heart pound against his ribs. The system's insight flickered, then blared a warning. Boss detected. Zabuza Momochi, Demon of the Hidden Mist. Rank: S-Class missing knee. HP: Weakness, Distraction, Overconfidence. Special: Mist Jutsu, Decapitation Blade. A massive blade sliced through the mist, embedding in the ground at Kakashi's feet. A tall figure, wrapped in bandages, appeared on the water. That's Zabuza Momochi, Kakashi murmured, his voice tight. Naruto's throat went dry. The pressure in the air felt like a giant hand squeezing his chest. Zabuza smirked. Hand over the bridge builder, or die. Kakashi's eye narrowed as he lifted his headband, revealing the Sharingan. Team 7. Protect Tazuna at all costs. The system flashed a party quest. Party quest: survive Zabuza's assault. Support Kakashi. Keep Tazuna safe. Bonus: contribute to Zabuza's defeat. The world turned white as Zabuza unleashed the hidden Mist Jutsu. Naruto's system barely kept up, highlighting enemy movement paths that shifted in and out of the haze. Naruto gritted his teeth, fighting the urge to panic. He remembered the training, the quests, and the promise to himself not to be left behind. He formed a quick hand sign. Shadow Clone Jutsu. 3 clones flanked Tazuna, just in time as a shimmer in the mist became an attack. One clone took the hit, dispersing, but it bought enough time for Sasuke to block the follow-up. Kakashi clashed with Zabuza on the water, each strike echoing with deadly force. Naruto's system tried to read the fight, but both men moved faster than it could calculate. Naruto's mind raced. What can I do? I'm not strong enough to beat Zabuza, but maybe I can help Kakashi-sensei. The system chimed. Suggestion: create distractions, break enemy focus, support your sensei. Naruto nodded, wiping his brow. Sasuke, Sakura covered Tazuna. I'll back up Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke glanced at him, eyes narrowing in surprise, but nodded. Sakura squeezed Naruto's arm, fear and hope mingling in her expression. Naruto darted along the riverbank, sending clones to attack from different angles. Zabuza, annoyed, broke his focus for a moment, and in that split second, Kakashi landed a blow. The system flashed. Party assist, plus 10 EXP. Zabuza snarled, lashing out at Naruto with terrifying speed. The system slowed time just enough for Naruto to dodge, barely. A shallow cut burned across his shoulder, but he kept moving. Mist thickened. Zabuza's killing intent pressed down like a storm. But Naruto, feeling his system's pulse and his teammates' trust, stood his ground. He realized something. This wasn't just his fight. It was Team 7's, and for the first time, he believed they could win. The fog grew so thick it swallowed the world. All Naruto could see were shifting shapes, swirling shadows, and flashes of movement too quick for the eye to follow. Every sense screamed danger, but Naruto's system kept him anchored. Danger, S-Class threat persisting. HP, 102/120. Bleed, minor shoulder. Chakra, 88 out of 100. Party status, all allies stable. Across the water, Zabuza and Kakashi clashed in a blur of steel and jutsu. The pressure of their power crackled in the air, turning Naruto's blood to ice. But he refused to let fear take over. He had a team. He had a system. He had a chance. Party quest: survive Zabuza's assault. Phase 2. Sub-objective: disrupt Zabuza's water clones. Naruto scanned the mist. His insight skill highlighted faint chakra trails, one brighter, more solid than the others. The real Zabuza? Or another clone? Suddenly, water surged up, and Zabuza's clone lunged for Tazuna. Sasuke moved on instinct, blocking with a kunai, but was knocked backward. Sakura screamed, stepping in front of Tazuna as the clone raised its blade. Naruto's heart lurched. The system flashed red. Alert. Ally at risk. Bonus EXP for rescue action. He dashed forward. Shadow Clone Jutsu. 5 clones appeared, attacking the water clone from all sides. Sasuke saw the opening and threw 2 shuriken, nailing the clone's weak point. It exploded in a splash, drenching everyone. Sakura collapsed to her knees, shaking. Tazuna gaped at Naruto, awe and terror in his eyes. Sasuke wiped water from his face, giving Naruto a nod. Nice timing, idiot. The system chimed. Team Rescue, plus 20 EXP stat point plus 1. Bond with Sasuke, slightly improved. But the real Zabuza was already back on the attack. He trapped Kakashi in a sphere of water, the infamous water prison jutsu. Naruto's system pulsed a quest update. Critical event. Sensei captured. Objective. Free Kakashi. Suggested strategy. Combined assault with teammate. Naruto glanced at Sasuke. I have an idea. Trust me. Sasuke hesitated, then nodded. Make it count. Naruto explained fast. Distraction and attack, all at once. My clones, your shuriken. They moved in perfect, desperate sync. Naruto's clones leapt at Zabuza, taunting and harassing him, while Sasuke lined up behind the distraction. The system highlighted Zabuza's weak point, right leg, balance shifting. Sasuke hurled his shuriken. Naruto's clone caught it in midair and launched it straight for Zabuza's back. The real Zabuza was forced to dodge, loosening his grip on the water prison. Kakashi burst free, chakra flaring like a storm. Excellent, Naruto, Sasuke. Zabuza's eyes widened as Kakashi appeared beside him, Sharingan blazing. Your fight is with me. In a flash, Kakashi overwhelmed Zabuza with copied jutsu and strategy, forcing the demon of the mist to retreat, battered and furious, into the trees. The mist began to lift. Naruto fell to one knee, breath ragged, exhaustion slamming into him. But the system flooded his vision. Boss battle cleared. Zabuza, Phase 1. EXP, plus 80. Stat points, plus 2. Loot, Hidden Mist Headband. Special title, Courage in the Mist. Party bond, improved. Kakashi came over, ruffling Naruto's hair. Well done. You all showed what it means to be a team. Naruto's hands trembled, not just from fear, but from pride. They had faced death and survived together. As they gathered around Izuna, the mist faded away, revealing a sky full of hope. But in the shadows, eyes watched, and Naruto's system flashed a quiet warning. Incoming threat. The demon is not defeated yet. The adventure in the Land of Waves was far from over. Night settled over the Land of Waves, cold and silent after the chaos of the day. Team 7 sheltered in Tezuna's small, cluttered house, patching wounds and trying to sleep. Kakashi was drained but awake, watching the darkness outside the window. Sakura comforted an exhausted Tezuna and his frightened family. Sasuke cleaned his kunai in silence. Naruto lay awake, sore and wide-eyed. His system notifications flickered quietly. System notice. Temporary debuff, fatigue, strength, agility -1 for 12 hours. Tip. Rest or use healing item to recover faster. He checked his inventory and ate a rice ball from an earlier loot box. It helped a little, but mostly he felt heavy physically and emotionally. He'd seen real blood, real fear, and for a moment, real death. But they'd made it through. The system pulsed softly. Quest update. Kindness in the Mist. Objective. Reach out to a stranger. Reward. Hidden skill or item. Unable to sleep, Naruto slipped out into the night, deciding to clear his head. The village was hushed, the bridge glinting silver under the moon. He wandered to the edge of the forest, feeling the cool grass between his toes. That's where he saw him, a boy about his age, with long black hair and gentle eyes, picking herbs in the moonlight. Naruto's system glowed. Unknown. Chakra signature detected. Danger. Low. Intent. Peaceful. Hidden quest available. Naruto watched, torn between suspicion and curiosity. The boy looked up and smiled kindly. You're from the village, right? The stranger asked. Are you hurt? Naruto hesitated. A little, but nothing bad. The boy crouched nearby and offered a simple salve. Here, this helps with soreness. My name's Haku. Naruto took the salve, surprised. I'm Naruto. You're really good at this stuff. Haku smiled, eyes full of warmth. When you can heal, you should. Even enemies. That's what I believe. Naruto's heart twisted. The system chimed. Hidden quest complete. Kindness in the Mist. Skill unlocked. Healing Hands, LV. 1. Bond with Haku. Initiated. EXP, plus 20. He felt a gentle warmth spread through his fingers, the faintest hint of a new power. More than that, he felt connected, less alone in a world that always seemed ready to push him aside. Do you have a dream? Haku asked quietly. Naruto nodded, feeling braver with the system's encouragement. Yeah, I want to be Hokage, so people notice me, so I can protect my friends. Haku's eyes went sad for a moment. That's a wonderful dream. I hope you keep fighting for it, Naruto. They sat in silence a little longer before Haku got up, gathering his herbs. Be careful. The world is harsh for those who are kind. Naruto nodded. You too. As Haku disappeared into the mist, Naruto's system flashed a bittersweet notification. Questline update. Bonds forged in darkness. New objective. Fate will test your kindness soon. Naruto returned to the house, the healing salve already working on his bruises, and a strange ache blooming in his chest. He'd met an enemy who felt like a friend, And the next battle would not just be about strength, it would test his heart. Dawn broke cold and gray, shrouding the unfinished bridge in mist. Tizuna worked with trembling hands. His workers had nearly all quit, afraid of Zabuza's return. Still, Team 7 kept their promise, standing watch at his side, every nerve on edge. Naruto's system pinged with fresh urgency. Main quest: defend the Bridge of Heroes. Objective: protect Tizuna and villagers. Bonus: defeat any boss monster. Hidden quest: save a friend from tragedy. Naruto tried to ignore the growing knot in his stomach, remembering Haku's gentle eyes and words the night before. Could I really fight him if I have to? The mist thickened. Suddenly, kunai flew from the shadows, embedding in the planks at their feet. Sakura gasped, pulling Tizuna behind her. Sasuke and Naruto snapped to ready. From the haze, Zabuza emerged, blade slung across his shoulders. Beside him stood Haku, masked, eyes unreadable. Kakashi's gaze hardened. Stay sharp. They're both strong. Naruto, Sasuke, watch each other's backs. Boss battle. Zabuza and Haku initiated. Party quest: survive and defend. Special objective: break Haku's mask, unlock story path. Zabuza attacked first, water-style jutsu slamming into the bridge. Kakashi countered, Sharingan blazing, their fight surging down the far end of the bridge. Haku turned to Naruto and Sasuke, voice soft through the mask. Please, I don't want to hurt you. But there was no time for words. Haku formed a single hand sign, and ice mirrors exploded around Sasuke and Naruto, trapping them in a shimmering prison. Naruto's system screamed warnings. Danger, mirror prison, status, trapped, weakness, distraction, teamwork, insight, find the source. Break the pattern. Saban rained down from every angle. Sasuke barely dodged, but Naruto's clones took the brunt. Each had sapped their strength. The world spun. Quest: save a friend from tragedy. Hint: sacrifice can change fate. Naruto saw it happen in slow motion. Haku, moving like wind, aimed a deadly sunban at Sasuke's heart. Sasuke, bleeding, pushed Naruto out of the way, taking the blow himself. Sasuke! Naruto screamed, catching his friend as he collapsed. The system pulsed with a horrible, urgent notice. Critical: ally down. Hidden quest: awaken power of bonds. Objective: channel your pain. Surpass your limits. Naruto's rage exploded. The world tinted red. He heard Kurama's voice, deep and wild, echoing from within. Let me lend you my power, boy. For him. For you. A burning strength surged through him. His wounds healed, his chakra roared. The mirrors cracked as Naruto slammed a fist into the ice, shattering one, then another. Haku gasped, voice breaking. You how? Naruto met his eyes through the broken mask, recognizing Haku at last. Pain warred with anger in both of them. I won't let my friends die. I'll never let anyone be alone. The system chimed. Hidden quest complete. Power of bonds awakened. New skill: Ninetales Chakra Surge, LV1. Stat boost: +5 chakra, +3 strength temporary. Story path unlocked. Spare or fight Haku. Kakashi and Zabuza's battle crashed to a halt as Naruto burst from the prison, carrying the unconscious Sasuke. Haku hesitated, mask falling away. You are strong, Naruto. But strength alone can't change the world. Tears mingled with rain as the two friends turned enemies faced each other. For a heartbeat, all the fighting stopped. In the distance, villagers and thugs gathered, Gato and his men, ready to claim victory. But Naruto, wounded and trembling but unbowed, took his stand at the bridge's center. You want to hurt these people? You'll have to go through me. His teammates, his system, and his own stubborn heart burned bright. On this bridge, Naruto Uzumaki was no longer just a lost kid. He was a hero. The last echoes of battle faded, leaving only the sound of distant waves and the sharp scent of rain. Gato's hired thugs, once so confident, stood frozen as Naruto, bloodied but unbroken, glared them down at the center of the bridge. Sakura rushed to Sasuke's side, tears streaming as she realized he was still breathing. You idiot, you scared me, she sobbed, clutching his hand. Naruto let out a breath he didn't know he'd been holding, relief flooding through him. Sasuke, battered but alive, managed a crooked, prideful smile. Don't think. You saved me on purpose, dope. The system pulsed in Naruto's vision. Party quest complete. Bridge of Heroes defended. EXP, +100. Stat points, +3. Special title, Bridge Hero. New skill, Will of Kindness, LV1. But Naruto's focus was on Haku. The boy knelt by Zabuza, mask shattered, exhaustion written across his gentle face. It's over, Haku whispered, as if to himself. I failed to be a tool. But thank you, Naruto. Naruto knelt beside him, torn between victory and heartbreak. You're not a tool. You're a person, just like me. Zabuza, wounded and shaken, stared at Haku and Naruto. Two boys on opposite sides, but both changed by kindness. In a rare moment of honesty, his eyes filled with tears. Gato's men surged forward, emboldened by Zabuza's weakness. But Naruto's system flashed a warning. Danger. Hostile mob incoming. Suggestion. Rally the villagers. With a surge of anger, Naruto turned to the trembling villagers, and Tezuna's family huddled at the bridge's entrance. You have to fight too. This is your home. Stand up for it. Inspired, the villagers grabbed planks, tools, and whatever they could find. Kakashi, still catching his breath, stood by Naruto's side. Together, Team 7, Haku, and the villagers faced down the thugs. The mob, realizing the will to fight, faltered, then fled. Silence returned, broken only by the sound of rain and a child's cry of joy from the village. The system sparkled with new notifications. Main quest complete. Land of Waves Arc. EXP, plus 200. Stat points, plus 2. Reputation, Bridge Hero of the Hidden Leaf. Unique item, Hero's Token. Bond, Team 7 maxed for this arc. Naruto turned to Haku, who gave him a faint, peaceful smile. You changed my destiny, Naruto. Thank you. Kakashi helped Zabuza to his feet. The swordsman looked out at the bridge, at the people who dared to hope. A real ninja doesn't just follow orders. He finds something worth protecting. For the first time, Zabuza bowed his head in respect to the team and to Haku. The sun broke through the clouds, lighting the half-finished bridge. Sakura hugged Naruto, Sasuke nodded, and even Kakashi's eye crinkled with pride. Back in the village, Tezuna named the finished bridge the Great Naruto Bridge, and people everywhere whispered about the blonde ninja who stood up for them when it mattered most. That night, as Team 7 prepared to return to Konoha, Naruto checked his system. For the first time, it showed more than numbers. It showed a message. True strength isn't just power. It's kindness, courage, and friendship. Naruto smiled, heart full. He'd saved the day, but more importantly, he learned what kind of hero he wanted to be. Team 7's return to Konoha was nothing like Naruto had imagined. He'd expected to slip back into the village quietly, maybe with a new bruise or two, and head straight for Ichiraka Ramen. Instead, whispers followed them down every street. That's the team that saved the bridge. Did you hear? They say Naruto fought off an entire gang by himself. Even Kakashi looks proud. Naruto tried to play it cool, but inside, he was buzzing with pride and a touch of disbelief. He checked his system, which sparkled with notifications and a new badge icon he hadn't seen before. Title unlocked. Bridge Hero of the Leaf. Passive. Reputation bonus. Village plus 10. New quests unlocked. Social, rivalry, and challenge types. At the academy, Irika greeted them with a grin. Heard you made history, Naruto. Congratulations. Sakura's parents actually waved and smiled at her. Even Sasuke, for all his stoic reserve, looked a little taller, a little prouder. But not everyone was happy about the stories swirling around Team 7. As Naruto walked down the main street, a familiar shadow fell across the path. Neji Hyuga, flanked by a few of his classmates, regarded Naruto with cold, pale eyes. So, you're the hero now? Neji's voice was quiet but sharp. Don't get cocky, Uzumaki. Fate favors the gifted, not the lucky. Naruto bristled, but the system pulsed with a new quest. Rival quest, Clash of Ideals. Objective, stand your ground against Neji. Reward, confidence boost. Unlock challenge quests. He grinned, refusing to back down. We'll see about that, Neji. The Chunin exams are coming up, right? Maybe you'll see just how lucky I am. Neji's lip curled, but he said nothing more. Later that day, as Naruto trained alone, he sensed someone watching. He spun around, half expecting another rival. Instead, it was Shikamaru and Choji carrying snacks. Troublesome. All this attention, Shikamaru said, flopping down under a tree. But kinda cool too. You really did it, huh? Naruto nodded, grinning. Yeah, and I'm just getting started. Bond established. Shikamaru and Choji. Team-up potential unlocked. That evening, Naruto met with Kakashi on the training field. The sensei's visible I was gentle. You did well. But you know, Naruto, new strength draws new eyes. People will want to test you, challenge you, and some might want to use you. Naruto's smile faded just a little, a flicker of worry crossing his mind. System alert. Attention from unknown threats. New quests incoming. Prepare for the Chunin exams. Kakashi ruffled his hair. Keep working hard. And remember, don't lose yourself to the hype. Strength is more than a headline. As Naruto walked home, the village's lanterns flickered in the dusk. He felt different, not just stronger, but seen. And as the system pinged with new challenges and rivalries, Naruto realized something. His journey was only just beginning. Konoha buzzed with excitement as word spread. The Chunin exams were coming. Ninja from every corner of the village and from distant lands poured into the streets, filling the training fields and market stalls with talk of competition and dreams. Naruto felt that electric energy everywhere. The system reflected it too, brighter and more complex than ever. World event. Chunin exams initiated. Main quest. Pass the Chunin exams. Bonus. Achieve top performer. Rank for extra rewards. New subsystems. Rivalry. Social. Special challenges. Team 7 gathered at the academy for orientation, the air thick with nerves and ambition. Sakura was anxious, clutching her study notes. Sasuke was focused, almost hungry. Naruto felt a tingle of nerves and excitement. "Listen up," Kakashi said, smiling as always. "You're officially signed up. The exams are dangerous, but so is staying the same forever. Push yourselves, but watch each other's backs." Naruto grinned, feeling the weight of the moment. He could see, thanks to his system, little icons floating over rival teams, hidden stats, quest lines, mysterious titles. The possibilities seemed endless. Special notice. High-level challengers detected. Gaara of the Sand, Jinchuriki, potential boss. Rock Lee, specialist, high taijutsu. Neji Hyuga, rival, Byakugan mastery. As the teams filed out, Naruto's path crossed with Gaara's, green eyes cold, presence unsettling. The system blared a rare warning. Caution, target is extremely dangerous. Avoid solo confrontation. Gaara stared, as if seeing something deep inside Naruto. "You are like me," he said softly, and walked away. Naruto shivered, but forced himself to stand tall. In the crowd, Lee bounded over, energetic as always. "Naruto, I have heard of your exploits. May the springtime of youth guide us both." The system pinged. Challenge quest. Friendly rivalry. Rock Lee. Objective. Impress Lee during the exam. Reward. Bond. Training opportunity. Sakura and Sasuke exchanged glances as more and more teams arrived. Shikamaru and Choji, Kiba and Hinata, Ino's team, even foreign genin with strange clothes and accents. The tension built as everyone gathered in the main exam hall. The rules explained by a bored-looking proctor named Ibiki. "You're all here because you think you're special. Only the best will make it." Naruto's system offered a side quest. Secret quest. Pass the written test. Creatively. Hint. Sometimes the real challenge isn't what you know, it's what you do under pressure. Naruto gulped as Ibiki handed out the first test. He'd always struggled with written exams, but this time, with his system highlighting patterns, hinting at answers, and encouraging him to observe rather than panic, Naruto felt a strange surge of hope. Mini-quest. Cheat without being caught. Reward. EXP. Hidden reputation with proctors. He looked at his teammates, at the sea of rivals, and at the path stretching ahead. This wasn't just another mission. This was his chance to prove to everyone, including himself, that he belonged among the best. As he filled in his first answer, the system whispered at the edge of his mind. "Welcome to the next level, Shadow Monarch." The exam hall buzzed with tension as nearly 100 genin took their seats. Ibiki Marino, scars crisscrossing his face, paced the front with the energy of a bored predator. Papers rustled, pencils scratched, and whispers faded as Ibiki glared at the crowd. "Let's get started," he intoned. "You have 1 hour. Anyone caught cheating more than 5 times is out. Begin." Naruto's heart thumped. The questions looked like advanced calculus crossed with trick ninja tactics way above his level. His system pinged with a half-sarcastic prompt. Quest. Survive Ibiki's mind games. Objective. Pass the written test by any means. Bonus. Support your teammates. Reward. EXP. Hidden title. Team bond boost. Sweat beaded on his brow. Sakura already scribbled answers, her system tags blinking intelligence. High. Sasuke leaned back, scanning the room, his system hinting at Sharingan advantage. Naruto's system offered a subtle overlay. Highlighted answer sheets nearby, faint patterns in Ibiki's patrol route, blinking icons over obvious cheaters. Mini-quest. Cheat without being caught. Current warnings. 0/5. Naruto swallowed. "If I get caught, I'm out. But if I do nothing, I'm done anyway." He let the system guide his gaze, copying a few easy numbers from Kiba's paper, noticing Sakura's strategic hand movements, and catching Hinata signaling her team. With each answer, a quiet ding echoed in his mind. But as time ticked down, the questions got harder, and Naruto's confidence wavered. The final question remained blank on his sheet, and panic scratched at his resolve. Hint. True test is willpower. Don't give up. No matter what. Ibiki's voice broke the silence. If you wish to quit, raise your hand now. If you fail here, you can never take the Chunin exams again. Naruto clenched his fists, teeth gritted. The room buzzed with fear as a few teams left in tears. The system pulsed. Critical choice. Stand tall or give in. Reward for never giving up. Hidden power. Team respect. Naruto shot up in his seat. I'm not quitting. I'll never back down, no matter how hard it is. Ibiki paused, eyes narrowing. Then a slow smile spread across his face. Congratulations. That was the real test. Relief crashed over Naruto. The system burst with notifications. Quest complete. Survive Ibiki's mind games. EXP, plus 40. Stat point, plus 1. Title, Stubborn Survivor. Team bond, improved. His teammates slumped with relief. Even Sasuke gave a grudging nod, while Sakura looked at Naruto with new admiration. Ibiki addressed the survivors. You're all still in. Next is the second phase, the Forest of Death. The system's interface flashed a warning. World Quest, enter the Forest of Death. Danger level, high. Main objective, survive and succeed as a team. Naruto grinned at his friends, nerves melting into determination. For once, his biggest strength wasn't luck, or even the system, it was his refusal to give up, and the team at his side. Konoha's Shadow Monarch was moving on to the next level. The entrance to the Forest of Death loomed ahead, shadowed and wild. Teams clustered by the gates, nerves buzzing. The proctor, Anko Mitarashi, cheerful, dangerous, and a little unhinged, grinned as she handed out the test rules and warning forms. Naruto could barely contain his excitement. His system screen glowed brighter than ever. Dungeon event. Forest of Death initiated. Danger level, very high. Main quest. Obtain both Heaven and Earth scrolls and reach the tower in 5 days. Subquests. Hidden loot. Rare monster hunt. Survival challenges. Party system active. Sakura and Sasuke double-checked supplies. Tense but ready. Anko cut her finger and signed the consent form in blood, just to make a point. Naruto, ever eager, practically bounced at the gate. Once inside, the world changed. Sunlight faded under the thick trees. The system's mini-maps stretched in all directions, icons blinking for enemy teams, loot locations, and ominously. Danger, dungeon objective, survive and thrive. HP, Chakra Regan halved outside camp. Random encounters possible. Team bonding boost stats. As they moved deeper, the forest felt alive, roots grabbing, shadows shifting, bugs bigger than Naruto's hand. The system pinged. Hidden quest. Find a safe camp. Reward. Overnight stat recovery bonus. They set up shelter beside a river, laying traps. Sasuke's Sharingan gave them early warning of a disguised attack, a genjutsu illusion meant to lure teams off course. Naruto's insight skill let him spot and dispel it, earning. Mini-quest complete. Outsmart the illusion. EXP, plus 10. Stat point, plus 1. Suddenly, the ground shook. A monstrous snake, longer than a tree, erupted from the undergrowth. The system flared. Rare monster. Giant forest viper. HP, 300. Weakness. Head, lightning. Loot. Rare chakra crystal. Skill scroll. Random. Sakura froze, but Naruto and Sasuke moved in sync. Naruto summoned a horde of shadow clones to confuse the snake, while Sasuke attacked with a barrage of shuriken and a burst of lightning chakra. Naruto got caught in the beast's coils. His HP plummeted. The system screamed for a quick action. Quick time event, break free. With a surge of chakra and a nudge from Kurama, Naruto snapped loose, landing a blow to the Viper's eye. Sasuke finished it off with a pinpoint strike. Rare monster defeated. EXP, plus 50. Item drop. Chakra crystal, Viper Fong Kanai, skill scroll, chakra detection, LV1. Stat point, plus 2. Team bond, improved. They looted the spoils, set a better camp, and for a moment, actually laughed. Real, nervous laughter. But as night fell, the system offered a chilling warning. Boss threat detected. Unidentified high-level enemy nearby. Recommended. Rest. Prepare traps. Trust your team. Naruto looked at his friends, Sakura determined, Sasuke sharper than ever, and grinned. No matter what's in here, we've got this. In the Forest of Death, Team 7 wasn't just surviving. They were leveling up, together. The night in the Forest of Death felt endless. Mist coiled between the trees. Every shadow whispered danger. Team 7, huddled in their camp, slept in uneasy shifts, one eye on their traps, the other on the blinking boss threat warning in Naruto's system. Alert, high-level boss approaching. Threat, S-rank enemy. Survival odds, low. Special, unknown abilities, genjutsu risk, poison risk. Sasuke jolted awake first, eyes wide. Something's coming. Seconds later, the forest exploded. A monstrous white snake crashed through the trees, scales glinting in the moonlight. The system screamed, "Boss monster, white snake avatar, HP 600, weakness, fire, decapitation, special, venom bite, summoner." Naruto and Sasuke moved without thinking. Sakura screamed as the snake lunged. Naruto's clones swarmed it, distracting the beast as Sasuke channeled fire into a blazing jutsu. The snake writhed in agony, but didn't die. Instead, it melted, reshaping itself into a tall, pale figure with haunting golden eyes, Orochimaru. The system glitched, stuttering as it tried to scan him. Data corrupted, enemy analysis failed. Name, power, danger, maximum. Orochimaru smiled, eyes dancing with dark amusement. "Such promising little leaves," he hissed. "And you, Naruto Uzumaki, what a fascinating chakra you possess." Naruto's blood ran cold. The system flashed urgent instructions. Survival mode, active, objective, escape or delay Orochimaru. Bonus, protect teammates, resist mind attacks. Orochimaru struck with inhuman speed. Sasuke barely blocked a kunai aimed for Naruto's heart. Sakura tried to run, but the ground twisted, trapping her legs in writhing roots. Naruto summoned every clone he could, but Orochimaru cut them down with casual ease. Then those golden eyes locked onto Naruto, and the world spun, falling into a Jinjutsu so strong, even the system's interface flickered. Warning, mind hack attempted. Initiate chakra surge to break free. Inside his mind, Naruto saw images of his deepest fears: loneliness, failure, darkness swallowing the village. But somewhere deeper, Kurama's voice rumbled. "You are not alone, Brett. I won't let you break here." Naruto forced his chakra to flare, the system boosting him just enough to shatter the illusion. He gasped, wild-eyed, as Orochimaru leaned in. "You really are interesting," Orochimaru whispered. "But not the one I want yet." He spun and slammed a curse mark onto Sasuke's neck, who collapsed, screaming. Sakura cried out, racing to her teammate's side. Critical event, teammate down. Mini quest, defend and stabilize Sasuke until help arrives. Orochimaru watched with snake-like calm. "Survive if you can, little ninja. The real test starts now." He vanished into the trees, his sinister laughter echoing. The system, finally stabilizing, sent a storm of notifications. Boss encounter survived. EXP plus 100. Stat points plus 3. New title, Survivor of the Snake. Bond, Team 7 deepened. Hidden quest, heal Sasuke, survive the forest. Naruto knelt by Sasuke, his hands shaking, determination burning in his eyes. Sakura clung to both of them, tears and resolve mixed in her voice. "We're not giving up," Naruto said. "We get Sasuke to the tower, no matter what." As dawn broke, Team 7 moved, together, battered but unbroken, deeper into the forest of death. Behind them, the system's warnings lingered. Ahead, the exams and true danger were only getting started. Dawn broke cold and gray in the forest of death. Naruto, Sakura, and a barely conscious Sasuke huddled beneath the roots of a massive tree, hearts pounding, breaths fogging in the morning air. The world outside their hiding place crackled with the threat of predators, beast and human alike. Naruto's system flashed a red warning. Critical quest, survive and heal. Main objective, defend Sasuke until he recovers. Subquest, fend off enemy teams. Suggested action, use healing skills and teamwork. Danger level, high. Sakura pressed a damp cloth to Sasuke's fevered forehead. The curse mark on his neck throbbed an angry, unnatural purple. "He's burning up," she whispered, voice trembling. "What do we do, Naruto?" Naruto's system responded with a rare, direct prompt. Skill use available. Healing Hands, LV1. Effect, minor wound and status relief. Cooldown, 8 hours. Naruto took Sasuke's hand, focusing chakra into his palm. A faint warmth glowed, his hands trembling as he tried to guide the energy into the wound. The system showed Sasuke's HP bar, fluctuating wildly, then slowly stabilizing. Skill success. Status, stabilized. EXP, plus 10. Bond, strengthened. Sasuke's breath evened out. He didn't wake, but the pain lines on his face faded. Sakura looked at Naruto, eyes wide with gratitude and awe. "How did you?" Naruto shrugged, sweat dripping from his brow. "Guess I'm just stubborn." Like he is. Team Bond upgraded. Protective instincts active. Temporary buff. Defense plus 1. Chakra plus 2 for all members while defending each other. Their respite didn't last long. The forest was alive with threats, enemy genin searching for scrolls, giant insects prowling the shadows, in the lingering presence of Orochimaru somewhere deeper in the woods. Suddenly, a squad of sound ninja found their hiding place, grinning as they closed in. Naruto's system immediately launched a party quest. Party quest: defend the weak, defeat the intruders. Bonus: protect Sasuke and Sakura without letting the enemy touch the injured. Naruto summoned his clones, blocking the attacker's first rush. Sakura laid trap tags around Sasuke, while Naruto and the clones created enough chaos to keep the sound ninja off balance. Sasuke, semi-conscious, groaned but didn't rise. Sakura's resolve hardened, flinging kunai and even landing a glancing blow on one attacker. Naruto's insight skill pinged. Weakness: enemy leader, overconfidence, easily distracted. He feinted left, drawing the leader out, then used a shadow clone to strike from behind. The enemy went down, and the rest, spooked, retreated into the undergrowth. Quest complete. Intruders repelled. EXP plus 40. Loot: soldier pill, sound headband damaged. Team bond: unshakable. Breathing hard, Naruto collapsed beside his friends. The system's fatigue bar ticked up, but so did a new message. Survival skill: unbreakable will, LV 1. Unlocked. Temporary resistance to fear and Jinjutsu. They patched up what wounds they could and hunkered down for another restless night. Sakura looked at Naruto, then at Sasuke, her expression fierce. "We're making it to the tower. No matter what." Naruto nodded, feeling his system's encouragement and his own determination blaze inside him. They were hunted, battered, and scared, but they were still together. And as Team 7 pushed deeper into the heart of the Forest of Death, Naruto knew that whatever came next, they'd face it as one. The forest thickened as Team 7 pressed on, guiding a slowly recovering Sasuke through tangled roots and endless green. Every sound felt sharper, every shadow more threatening. The system's party interface pulsed. Party status: Sasuke, stable, weakened. Sakura, focused, alert. Naruto, fatigued, resilient. Buff: unbreakable will active. They made it halfway to the tower when the first trap nearly ended everything, a camouflaged pit opening under Sakura's feet. Naruto, acting on a split-second system warning, grabbed her arm and hauled her back. Quick reaction: trap avoided. EXP plus 5. Bond: Sakura plus 1. Not 5 minutes later, a barrage of kunai rained down from above. Naruto's clones shielded the group while Sasuke, still weak but fiercely determined, managed to block another with his own body. "No way am I going down like this," he growled. From the shadows, a new squad emerged. Kiba, Shino, and Hinata. Team 8. Kiba grinned, Akamaru barking softly at his side. "You guys look like hell. Need backup." Hinata's cheeks flushed, but her Byakugan scanned the area. "A large group, closing in. Too many for just us." Naruto's system pinged. Allied encounter. Temporary party expansion available. Objective: survive the coming ambush. Bonus: strengthen inter-team bonds. Shino nodded, cool as ever. "We'll watch your flank." Sakura, you and Hinata guard Sasuke. Kiba and Naruto front line. Within seconds, a pack of rogue rain ninja burst from the brush, outnumbering the group nearly 2 to 1. They fought with wild, desperate energy. Naruto's system analyzed. Enemy analysis: rain ninja, strength in numbers, poor coordination. Weakness: isolate and disrupt formation. Naruto and Kiba moved as a unit, Akamaru darting between their feet. Shino unleashed a wave of insects, cutting off escape routes, while Hinata's precise strikes protected the rear. Sasuke, though still weakened, took a soldier pill Sakura gave him and, fueled by stubborn pride, joined the fray just long enough to buy Naruto a crucial opening. Mini-quest: turn the tide. Objective: defeat 3 enemies in rapid succession. Naruto summoned a swarm of shadow clones, overwhelming the rain ninja with unpredictable attacks. With Kiba's help, they broke the enemy's morale, scattering survivors into the trees. Party quest complete. Survive the ambush. EXP plus 45. Stat point plus 1. Loot: rain scroll fragment, healing salve. Bonds: Team 7 and Team 8 strengthened. When it was over, everyone slumped to the ground, breathless but alive. Shino nodded approvingly. Efficient. Unorthodox, but effective. Hinata tended to Sakura's scrapes, shyly offering encouragement to Naruto as she worked. Kiba flopped back with a tired laugh. "You guys get all the fun." Naruto grinned, grateful beyond words for the backup and the sense that, for the first time, the teams were more than rivals. They were friends, comrades, and fellow survivors. The system chimed with a new alert. Dungeon progress: 80%, tower in sight. Warning: Major event approaching. As night fell and the exhausted teams huddled together under makeshift shelters, Naruto gazed up at the stars peeking through the branches, his resolve and his bonds stronger than ever. The sky over the Forest of Death was a bruise-colored purple when Naruto's system flashed its most urgent notification yet. Dungeon event. Final phase. Main objective. Reach the tower with both scrolls. Bonus. Arrive with all party members conscious. Danger. Enemy teams at peak aggression. Naruto, Team 7, and their temporary allies from Team 8 stood at the forest's edge, battered but unbroken. The looming silhouette of the central tower glowed dimly in the fading light, a promise and a threat all at once. Shino's voice was calm as ever. Multiple teams converging from the east. We'll draw some away. You focus on speed. Sakura squeezed Hinata's hand, gratitude in her eyes. Be careful. Kiba gave Naruto a wild grin. Don't let us show you up, hero. Mini-quest. Teammates diversion. If successful, gain plus 10% movement speed. Lower enemy encounters. With a howl, Kiba and Akamaru led teammate into the undergrowth, drawing the attention of two enemy teams. The sounds of fighting echoed through the trees, but Naruto's system confirmed their success. Diversion successful. Enemy encounters reduced. Sasuke, steadier on his feet but still pale, set a fast pace. Let's move before anyone else tries to stop us. The forest came alive with danger. Booby-trapped tripwires, illusions, desperate genin lashing out for their last chance at advancement. Naruto's system highlighted each hazard, flashing. Quick time event. Dodge trap. Success. Plus 2 agility, minus 10 HP, if failed. Naruto reacted instinctively, hauling Sakura out of the path of a falling log, then covering Sasuke as they hurtled a camouflaged pit. His clones raced ahead, springing traps and acting as decoys. Shadow clone tactic. Multiple successes. EXP plus 10. Bonus. Mental map of remaining hazards. Just as the tower came into full view, a rival team, the sound trio they'd fought earlier, blocked the path, determined to take their scrolls by force. Naruto's system activated a rare feature. Party limit break available. Synchronize. Temporary boost. All stats plus 2. All teamwork bonuses doubled for 5 minutes. He yelled, "Now! Together!" And for one brilliant moment, Team 7 moved as one. Sasuke's shuriken created an opening. Sakura blinded the enemy with a flash tag, and Naruto, fueled by stubborn hope and system synergy, overwhelmed the last opponent with a barrage of perfectly timed attacks. Boss fight. Sound trio defeated. EXP plus 60. Stat points plus 2. Special loot. Sound suppression tag. The gates to the tower loomed. Sakura checked the scrolls, both present and intact. The system flashed the quest's final step. Main objective complete. Reach the tower. All party members conscious. Team bond. Maximum. Loot. Level up gym. Team 7 commemorative badge. They burst through the doors together, collapsing in a heap, laughing, crying, barely able to believe it was over. Inside, proctors hurried to greet them, surprised at their condition and their unity. Other teams arrived, some limping, some missing members, all changed by the forest. Naruto's system congratulated him with a new message. Dungeon clear. Forest of Death. Level up. New ability unlocked. Chakra Sense, LV. 1. Special title. Dungeon Runner. Stat growth bonus. As Team 7 caught their breath, looking around at the survivors and the friends and rivals who made it, Naruto felt the truth of his system's words. Strength was nothing without bonds. And the next challenge would test both. The tower's stone corridors thrummed with anticipation. Survivors from the Forest of Death, some limping, some missing, stood shoulder to shoulder, facing the proctors and the Hokage himself. Spotlights cast long shadows, and every heartbeat felt like a countdown. Naruto's system screen shimmered with a major update. World event. Preliminaries initiated. Objective. Win your match. Advance to the finals. New subquests. Impress an elite ninja. Overcome a rival. Unlock a hidden skill. Spectator bonus. High EXP for heroic actions. The third Hokage explained the rules. Too many genin had passed, so before the finals, there'd be one-on-one elimination matches. Only half would make it. As the names appeared on the electronic board, Naruto's system pinged. Challenge match detected. Opponent, Kiba Inuzuka. Win condition, victory by any means. Bonus, impress spectators. Naruto shot Kiba a nervous grin. Guess it's me and you, huh? Kiba cracked his knuckles, Akamaru barking at his side. Don't take it personally when I win, Naruto. But behind Kiba's cocky grin was respect, a rival forged in survival. The system analyzed. Opponent analysis. Kiba and Akamaru. Strength, speed, teamwork. Weakness. overcommitment. The match began in a whirl of motion. Kiba and Akamaru's Fong over Fong tore up the arena. Naruto's system issued tactical suggestions, counter with clones, use the new chakra sense to predict movement, create openings for a comeback. Naruto summoned a cloud of shadow clones, using his chakra sense to read Kiba's real position through the dust. When Kiba rushed, Naruto outmaneuvered him, flipping Kiba over with a last-second substitution. The crowd gasped. The system blinked. Quick reflex, plus 10 EXP, bonus stat point. Kiba wasn't finished. He tried a surprise smoke bomb, but Naruto's clones adapted, distracting both Kiba and Akamaru. For the finale, Naruto tricked Kiba into taking his own soldier pill, actually a disguised stink bomb, loot drop from the forest. The audience roared as Kiba and Akamaru collapsed in confusion, eyes watering. Naruto seized the moment and pinned Kiba, ending the match. The proctor raised his hand. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki. Match victory, EXP, plus 50. Stat point, plus 1. Reputation, crowd favorite. New ability, Battle Instinct LV, 1. As Naruto helped Kiba up, Kiba grinned, rubbing his nose. You've gotten sneaky, Naruto. Next time, I'll be ready. Other matches followed: Sasuke vs. Yoroi, Sakura vs. Ino, Lee vs. Dosu. Every battle sparked new tension. Naruto's system noted rival progress. Sasuke, Neji, Lee, and Gaara identified as potential bosses. As the rounds continued, Naruto watched his friends and rivals with growing awe and a bit of fear. The stakes were higher than ever. Spectators filled the stands. Jounin whispered about the strange growth in Konoha's problem child, and even the Hokage looked intrigued. After all the fights, the finalists stood in a loose circle, battered but proud. Advancement. Chunin exam finals unlocked. Prepare for new quests, advanced skills, in the eyes of the world. As the proctor dismissed them, Naruto's system flashed a quiet reminder. Major event approaching. The path to true strength is never straightforward. Naruto left the arena with a full heart and fire in his veins. The next chapter of his journey would demand everything he'd gained, and more. With the preliminaries over, Konoha buzzed with rumors about the genin who'd survived. For Naruto, the city felt different. Every nod from a stranger, every glance from a rival, meant something. He was no longer invisible, but the system didn't let him bask in glory for long. Training questline unlocked. Prepare for the finals. Main objective, power up and master new skills. Side quests, seek out mentors, bond with allies, confront your inner darkness. Special, hidden power quest available. Kakashi, busy with Sasuke, left Naruto in the hands of Ebisu, a tutor infamous for his no-nonsense attitude. But Naruto's system flagged something else. Hidden mentor detected, mysterious sage nearby, reward, unknown, high potential. It was during a rooftop exercise, fighting to control chakra on water, that Naruto's system pulsed with unexpected force. He slipped, splashing into the pond. Frustration bubbled up, and so did a dark, rumbling presence from within. Again, you flail. Again, you fail, Kurama's voice echoed. Naruto gritted his teeth. If you're so powerful, then help me. For a moment, everything went quiet. The system blinked. Hidden quest, Kurama's pact. Objective, reach a new understanding with the Nine Tails. Reward, partial chakra sync, LV. 1. Stat growth, unique skill. Danger, high, mental and emotional trial. Naruto found himself standing in the mindscape, ankle deep in water before the vast cage. Kurama's eyes burned like embers. You seek strength? It has a price, little human. Why should I help you? Naruto, heart pounding, stood tall. Because I don't want your power just for me. I want to protect my friends. And you're stuck in here with me, whether you like it or not. Kurama bared his fangs, but a flicker of curiosity shone in his eyes. Stubborn as always. But you are changing. The system pulsed with a trial. Trial, will of the host. Face your fear of loneliness. Accept Kurama as part of yourself. Survive the memory gauntlet. Visions washed over Naruto, memories of being shunned, eating alone, endless whispers. But now, flashes of Sakura's worried glance, Sasuke's grudging respect, Hinata's shy encouragement, and Irika's warm smile cut through the darkness. Naruto faced Kurama with new resolve. You're not just a monster. You're part of me. So if I rise, you rise too. For a long moment, Kurama stared, then let out a low, thunderous laugh. Very well. But this is only the beginning. A surge of power flowed through Naruto's body, warm, wild, and alive. Quest complete. Kurama's pact. New skill, partial chakra sync, LV. 1. Stat bonus, plus 5 chakra, plus 2 strength, +2 stamina. Hidden trait, Fox's Insight, rare danger sense. EXP, +80. Naruto awoke from the trance, chakra swirling stronger than ever. Even Ebisu, watching from the shore, was speechless. But a new figure appeared, grinning with a wide smile and wild white hair. Jiraiya, the Toad Sage himself. "You're an interesting kid, Naruto," Jiraiya said. "How about I take over your training from here?" The system pinged gleefully. Mentor questline updated. Legendary Sage training unlocked. As the sun set, Naruto felt it. The road ahead would be tougher, but with Kurama's power and new allies at his side, he was ready for whatever the finals and fate would throw at him. The first morning of Jiraiya's training began with a rude awakening. Naruto, sleeping on the roof, was dunked in a barrel of water by the grinning Toad Sage. Lesson 1. Jiraiya boomed. Always expect the unexpected. Naruto sputtered, but grinned back. His system glowed with excitement. Legendary Sage training initiated. Main quest, master a new high-level technique. Side quests, uncover Jiraiya's secrets, learn summoning, maintain control of Kurama's chakra. Bonus, impress your mentor for rare loot. Jiraiya wasted no time. Your chakra's wild, kid, but that's nothing if you can't control it. Today, we start with the summoning jutsu. Naruto's system chimed. New skill quest, summoning jutsu. Objective, form a contract with the toads of Mount Myaboku. Requirement, chakra surge strong enough for pact. Danger, failure may summon unexpected results. Jiraiya handed Naruto a scroll, covered in strange characters and a place for a blood signature. Focus your chakra, bite your thumb, then sign here. Naruto did as he was told, feeling the raw, swirling energy inside him. He pressed his palm to the scroll, then slammed his hand on the ground. Summoning jutsu. A puff of smoke exploded. Naruto looked down to find a tiny, grumpy tadpole. Jiraiya howled with laughter. "You'll need more than that. Tap into that fox's chakra, but don't lose yourself." The system flashed a warning. Danger, Kurama's chakra unstable. New subquest, find balance between your power and your will. Naruto closed his eyes and reached inside, feeling Kurama's chakra fiery and wild, but not hostile. For the first time, Kurama's voice sounded almost invested. "Don't embarrass me, brat. Use my power, but remember it's yours too." Naruto grinned. "All right, let's go." He bit his thumb again, let Kurama's chakra mix with his own, and slammed his palm to the ground. This time, the explosion of smoke revealed a full-sized battle toad, Gamahiro, towering over the field. Jiraiya's eyes went wide, then his grin turned proud. "Now that's a summoning." The system erupted with notifications. Quest complete. Summoning jutsu mastered. New skill, summoning jutsu, toad contract, LV 1. Stat boost, +3 chakra, +1 strength. Rare item, toad oil flask, for future training. EXP, +50. Bond, Jiraiya +1. Gamahiro croaked a greeting, then vanished in a burst of smoke. Naruto nearly fell over from exhaustion, but he was beaming. Jiraiya clapped him on the back. "Keep this up, and you'll be Hokage material in no time. But don't slack off. Next, we'll work on using that power and your head in battle." As the sun set, Naruto opened his system. New skill trees, combo slots, and rare loot glittered before his eyes. But the biggest change was inside, a feeling of connection to both Kurama and the world that was stronger than ever. He grinned up at the sky, ready for the next lesson and the challenges the finals would bring. The finals were only days away, and the air in Konoha was thick with tension. Word of the Genin prodigies, Naruto, Sasuke, Neji, Gaara, and Lee, had spread like wildfire. Merchants sold paper headbands and wooden kunai. Banners draped the streets. Yet beneath the excitement, there was a chill of uncertainty, as if the village itself was holding its breath. Sasuke's shadow. In a private training ground, Sasuke fought through another blistering round of Kakashi's drills. Lightning chakra danced along his arms, sweat stung his eyes, but he refused to stop. His own private system pulsed with a single, relentless directive: surpass Itachi. Kakashi watched, concern hidden beneath his calm. "Remember, Sasuke, power is only useful if you can protect something with it." Sasuke barely heard. His focus was on the curse marks burn at his neck, a bitter reminder of Orochimaru's threat and promise. But his resolve was a storm. "I will win, at any cost." Lee's determination. Elsewhere, Lee's bandages flew as he pushed his body beyond its limits. Guy cheered him on with tears streaming down his face, sunflowers blooming in his wake. Lee's system offered one quest: show your flames to the world. "Even if I can't use ninjutsu, my youth will never lose to genius," Lee shouted, sprinting up sheer walls and breaking training posts with a single punch. Neji's fate. Inside the Hyuga compound, Neji's white eyes glimmered as he destroyed practice targets with elegant, ruthless precision. His system whispered, "Unravel the threads of fate." But Hinata watched from afar, her own resolve hardening, determined not to be left behind. Gaara's silence. Beyond the village gates, Gaara meditated atop a lonely dune, red hair stark against the sand. The sand swirled around him, hungry, patient. His system echoed, "Crush all who oppose." But in the darkness, a flicker of loneliness glowed behind his cold stare. Naruto's evolution. Back with Jiraiya, Naruto's system burst with new quests, daily training challenges, and hidden achievements. Pre-finals training. Nearing completion. Main, refined summoning jutsu, master partial chakra sync. Side, train stamina, learn battle tactics, keep Kurama's trust. Bonus, spar with a rival, unlocked soon. Jiraiya, ever the trickster, set him to wild drills, dodging toad spit, sprinting up trees, even practicing transformation jutsu in the village square to the amusement of passing kids. Kurama, within, rumbled with reluctant approval. "You are different, brat. Not as foolish as before." Naruto grinned, feeling both anticipation and nerves. But as he paused to catch his breath, his system flashed a chilling warning. World threat. Unknown forces gathering. Massive power spike detected. Watch for sabotage and infiltration. In the shadows of Konoha, masked figures met in secret, plotting chaos on the day of the finals. And far away, the Akatsuki who started it all watched through unseen eyes, amused at how quickly this world was changing. The morning of the finals dawned bright and loud. Konoha's stadium buzzed with anticipation, ninja and civilians filling the stands, banners waving, children climbing shoulders for a better view. The Hokage's pavilion gleamed atop the highest platform, ringed by elite ANBU and dignitaries from every land. Naruto's system pulsed with a rare, almost musical excitement. Main quest, prove yourself in the finals. Win your first match. Bonus, earn crowd's favor, uncover hidden threats. Danger, sabotage and infiltration detected. In the locker room, Team 7 gathered in tense silence. Sakura adjusted her gloves, eyes darting between her friends and the monitor. Sasuke rolled his shoulders, unreadable. Kakashi ruffled Naruto's hair. "No matter what happens, remember, you're not alone out there." Naruto grinned, the system's notifications lining up beside his vision. Buffs active. Kurama's pact, plus chakra, plus resilience. Toad Sage's blessing summoning enabled. Team bond, morale up. His first match flashed on the screen. Naruto Uzumaki versus Neji Hyuga. A hush fell as they entered the arena. Neji's eyes were cold as polished steel. The murmurs of the crowd swelled, betting on the Hyuga prodigy. But Naruto stood tall, system scanning every inch of his opponent. Opponent, Neji Hyuga. Strength, Byakugan, gentle fist, advanced taijutsu. Weakness, overconfidence, blind spot, behind upper spine. Hidden stat, burden of fate. Genma, the proctor, gave a lazy wave. Begin. Neji rushed forward, his taijutsu precise and relentless. Naruto's system highlighted weak points, suggested dodges, tracked chakra threads winding toward his tenketsu. Naruto used clones, feints, and sheer unpredictability, pushing Neji harder than any opponent before. The crowd gasped as Naruto countered a palm strike with a shadow clone uppercut, then barely rolled away from Neji's deadly 8 trigrams, 64 palms. Skill activation, partial chakra sync, temporary resistance to chakra point blocks. Speed boost triggered, Neji's eyes narrowed. Fate has already decided this match, Naruto. Naruto, panting, grinned fiercely. "The only thing decided is that I'm never giving up. Believe it." With a surge of Kurama's chakra, Naruto blurred past Neji's guard, landing a punch that sent the older boy sprawling. Neji's eyes widened in shock. The crowd erupted, but as the battle reached its climax, the system flashed a second, urgent warning. World threat level rising, sabotage in progress. Keep alert after the match. With one last burst of speed, Naruto unleashed a final shadow clone feint, slipped behind Neji's blind spot, and landed a decisive strike. Neji fell, stunned. Genma raised his hand. Winner, Naruto Uzumaki. Quest complete. Win first finals match. EXP, plus 120. Stat points, plus 3. Unique title, crowd favorite. Hidden perk, Fate Breaker. Reduces effects of destiny-based skills against you. Naruto helped Neji up. "I told you, fate's not set in stone." For a heartbeat, Neji looked at him, not as an underdog, but as an equal. In the stands, villagers and foreign ninja alike cheered. But high above, masked figures moved through the shadows. The Akatsuki's unseen eyes gleamed, watching the game board shift. The Chunin exams had reached their turning point. And for Naruto, The true test was just beginning. The stands were electric with excitement as Naruto and Neji left the arena. Villagers cheered, children waved Uzumaki flags, and the Hokage gave an approving nod from his high balcony. For the first time, Naruto felt the crowd's respect settle around him like a cloak. His system chimed a flood of new achievements. Achievement unlocked. Hero of the arena. Reputation greatly increased with Konoha citizens. Bonus. Shop discounts, random support from villagers. Hidden stat growth. Leadership potential. Sakura and Kakashi met him in the corridor, both beaming with pride. Even Sasuke cracked a small, grudging smile. Don't get cocky, dope. There's still the finals. Naruto laughed, almost giddy. Bring it on. But even as the festival atmosphere swelled outside, vendors selling rice cakes, firecrackers popping in the air, the system began to hum with subtle warning. Background quest. Sabotage detected. Track suspicious activity near the stadium. Bonus. Intercept enemy agents before they strike. Meanwhile, the stands filled with ninja and dignitaries from every land. Gaara and his siblings watched silently from the sand village box, unreadable. The Sound Ninja, meanwhile, exchanged furtive glances. Only the system's insight skill let Naruto catch the tension. Insight, foreign teams, agitation, hidden weapons detected. As the next matches began, Naruto wandered through the festival crowd, accepting snacks and high-fives from villagers, but the system flagged a strange, masked merchant near the vendor row. Suspicious NPC detected. Possible threat. Poison or explosive device. Naruto crept closer, using his shadow clone as a decoy to inspect the stall. A quick scan with Fox's insight revealed hidden smoke bombs under the counter. He flagged an Anbu, who whisked the fake merchant away before anyone noticed. Sabotage averted. EXP plus 40. Unique loot. Festival amulet. Luck plus 1 for 24 hours. Reputation. Hidden protector secret. But the system pulsed another warning. Major threat approaching. Coordinated attack imminent. Be prepared for mass Jinjutsu or direct assault. As night fell, fireworks lit up the sky, but Naruto watched the shadows just beyond the lights. From the roof, Jiraiya and Kakashi shared a grim look, both feeling the pressure that the system confirmed. High above, Orochimaru, now disguised among the elite, smiled a snake smile. Far from the arena, the Akatsuki observer tightened his focus, manipulating unseen threads. The celebration was only a mask. Underneath, war drums were beating. Naruto's system whispered a final, chilling quest. Emergency quest. Defend the village, no matter the cost. Naruto's fists clenched. The real test, the one that mattered most, was coming. The fireworks had barely faded when the world changed. It began with a distant tremor, then a scream. Jinjutsu washed over the festival crowd, dropping villagers and visiting ninja into sudden, unnatural sleep. The system's interface blared urgent, pulsing red. Emergency quest. Defend the village, no matter the cost. Survive the coordinated attack. Protect civilians and allies. Bonus. Uncover the mastermind. Naruto staggered, vision swimming as the Jinjutsu tried to pull him under. Kurama's chakra rose like a burning tide. His system synchronized, shattering the illusion with a single willful surge. Jinjutsu immunity. Kurama's pact triggered. Status. Awake, fully alert. Nearby allies can be awakened by touch. He darted through the chaos, shaking Sakura awake and dispelling the illusion from anyone he could reach. Screams, smoke, and the clang of weapons filled the streets as Sand and Sound Ninja poured through the village walls. Explosions rocked the rooftops. The Hokage's pavilion burned bright against the night. Naruto's system brought up a real-time party grid, auto-linking him with every friend, teacher, and rival nearby. Allies detected. Team 7, Team 8, Team 10, Lee, Hinata, Shikamaru, Shino, Kiba, Asuma, Guy, Kakashi, Irika. Temporary village defense party formed. Buff, shared courage. Morale, stat boost for nearby allies. He spotted Konohamaru's gang trapped under rubble and dashed in, clones digging them out before a Sound Nin could strike. Rescue quest, civilians saved. EXP, plus 30. Hidden perk, Protector's instinct, fast response to danger. Meanwhile, above the battlefield, Sandaime Hokage squared off with Orochimaru, their chakra clashing like thunder. The system's minimap tagged their duel. Boss battle, Hokage versus Orochimaru. Objective, survive long enough for backup to arrive. Elsewhere, Gaara, wounded, unstable, sand swirling like a storm, rampaged toward the outskirts, hunted by Sasuke and an ANBU squad. Sakura and Lee fought side by side against summoned beasts, while Shikamaru's tactical mind coordinated scattered genin into a ragtag defense line. Naruto's system overlaid new objectives, critical missions: stop Gaara before he loses control, hold the line at the North Gate, support the Hokage if possible, protect as many as you can. He grit his teeth, adrenaline and system energy surging. Kurama, lend me everything you've got. Don't waste it. The fox rumbled, but for once there was pride behind the power. Naruto rocketed across rooftops, clones multiplying, fighting through waves of sound nin and sand beasts. He punched through walls, rescued injured villagers, and blazed a path toward the forest where Gaara, his own hidden system questline burning, was about to become a monster. World Quest Update. Confront the Jinchuriki of the Sand. Fate of Konoha and its bonds at stake. Bonus. Unlock true Shadow Monarch skill if successful. Exhausted, battered, but burning with purpose, Naruto ran into the night. The leaf was under siege. But for the first time, the village wasn't just defending itself. It was fighting together, every genin and jonin, every teacher and student, heart and system in sync. And at the center of it all, Naruto was ready to defy fate itself. The burning woods were alive with chaos. Naruto sprinted through smoke and falling embers, his system pinging urgent warnings. Critical quest: stop Gaara, protect the village, defeat Gaara before full transformation. Bonus: save an ally. Danger: Jinchuriki clash, high-level threat. He burst into a ruined clearing. Trees uprooted, the ground clawed to shreds. Gaara stood in the center, sand swirling around him, eyes wild and empty. For a moment, Naruto saw not a monster, but a boy even more alone than he'd ever been. Stay back. Gaara's voice was strange, half his own, half a deeper, echoing growl. The sand shaped itself into monstrous claws, forming the hulking body of Shikaku. Naruto's system scanned Gaara. Boss: Gaara, Jinchuriki, Shikaku partial form. HP: 2200. Special: auto regeneration, sand armor, fear aura. Weakness: mental instability, vulnerable when using ultimate technique. Sasuke lay battered at the edge of the clearing, barely conscious. Sakura hung limp, trapped by sand. Naruto's heart hammered. He wasn't just fighting a boss, he was fighting for his friends' lives. Kurama's voice thundered within. Use my power, but do not lose yourself. Show him you're more than a vessel. Naruto summoned every shadow clone he could. They hurled themselves at Gaara's sand, breaking Sakura free long enough for her to crawl to safety. Party objective: ally saved. EXP plus 30. Bond: Sakura strengthened. Kurama's sync rising. Gaara shrieked, sand lashing in all directions. Why do you fight for them? Why are you so strong? Naruto's system offered a piercing insight. Hidden path: reach Gaara's heart. Option A: overpower him. Option B: breakthrough with words and memory. As sand hammered his defenses, Naruto remembered Irika's kindness, Sasuke's stubborn loyalty, and even the villagers' cheers. I know what it's like to be alone, but I found people who care, and so can you. For a heartbeat, Gaara's monstrous sand stilled. But Shikaku's presence surged, drowning out reason. Emergency skill: Kurama's partial sync. LV 2 unlocked. Massive chakra boost, physical stats doubled. Temporary drawback: exhaustion after use. Naruto channeled the red chakra, blazing with foxfire. He launched himself at Gaara, breaking through the sand's defenses, meeting Gaara eye to eye. Their chakra clashed, a storm of pain, hope, and memory. Naruto's system lit up with every connection he'd forged, every bond forged through hardship. With a final, desperate punch, Naruto shattered Shikaku's hold. The sand beast collapsed, leaving Gaara gasping, tears streaming down his face. Boss defeated. The beast within. EXP plus 400. New title: Jinchuriki of Bonds. Special skill: Resonance. Boost power when fighting for others. Stat points plus 4. Naruto, spent and breathing hard, knelt beside Gaara. You're not alone anymore. You never have to be. In that moment, the system offered a final message. Fate broken. New path forged. Bond: Gaara initiated. Future questline: allies beyond the leaf. As the dust settled, Sakura, Sasuke, and even Gaara reached for each other. The world was still in flames, but something new, a fragile hope, began to grow. The dawn that crept over Konoha was red with fire and heavy with loss. The invasion was over, but the scars it left behind ran deep. Everywhere, buildings smoldered, ninja and villagers tended the wounded, and the air hung thick with both exhaustion and relief. Yet even as teams rushed to rescue, repair, and reunite, the system in Naruto's vision slowed to a gentle, shimmering pulse, almost as if sharing in the village's pain. Main quest complete. Defend the village. EXP plus 500. Reputation, Leaf's rising hero. Unique perk, emergency leadership. Party buffs last longer when leader is injured. Naruto stumbled back through the ruined streets, supporting Sakura with one arm and glancing back at Gaara, who moved shakily beside his sand siblings. For the first time, Gaara looked not deadly, but lost, a kid searching for something he'd never known. "Thank you," Gaara whispered, voice barely audible. Naruto's system flickered, bond strengthened. Gaara of the Sand. New joint questline unlocked. Hearts not alone. They reached the village center to find Team 7, Lee, Kiba, Hinata, and Shikamaru gathering around the battered but standing Hokage tower. The air was full of shock and rumors of brave stands, tragic losses, and the fate of the third Hokage. Inside, a hush fell as the survivors heard the truth. The third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, had fallen in battle with Orochimaru. Sorrow settled over the room. Even the system, usually so bright and insistent, faded to muted colors for a moment. Heroic sacrifice detected. Leaf morale reduced, but hope increased. Special quest. Carry on the will of fire. Naruto's eyes stung as Irika and Jiraiya stood by the Hokage's empty chair. He gave everything for the village, Irika said quietly, but he believed you, Naruto, all of you, would carry the light forward. The system pulsed. New main quest. The will of fire. Inspire and protect the next generation. Heal the bonds broken in battle. Unlock. Leadership. New party management. Village event perks. As Konoha's citizens began to gather, many with tears in their eyes, they saw Naruto and his friends, bloodied but unbroken, standing together. Children pointed and cheered for the heroes, and the adults murmured that it was thanks to Naruto's courage and the new generation's teamwork that the village still stood at all. Jiraiya placed a reassuring hand on Naruto's shoulder. "This is just the beginning, kid. The world's watching now." Naruto's system agreed. Legend rank unlocked. Shadow Monarch of the Leaf. All main stats increased. Global quests will now affect all of Konoha. As the sun rose over a battered but living village, Naruto looked around at his friends, rivals, and even the reformed Gaara, knowing the path ahead would only grow harder. But this time, he didn't walk it alone. Smoke still curled above Konoha, but the sound of hammers and laughter returned. The village was wounded, but alive. Naruto joined the cleanup, hauling debris and helping the youngest kids find their parents, his system quietly tracking every small act of hope. Ongoing quest. Rebuild the leaf. Restore lost structures and hearts. Bonus. Help the most vulnerable first. Community reputation plus 15. But as the village healed, trouble churned beyond its walls. The gathering storm. Far away, the sun set on a mountain pass. Cloaked figures stood in a circle, their faces hidden but their presence undeniable. Red clouds gleamed on their black cloaks. The Akatsuki had gathered. Leader Pain's voice echoed with cold finality. The Jinchuriki's power is growing. He survived the Akatsuki's seed. Orochimaru failed. Now, we move. Itachi, eyes hidden in shadow, murmured. The leaf is weakened. But the boy's potential, his system, may rival ours if left unchecked. Kisame grinned. I say we test him. Or at least stir things up. Zetsu surfaced, petals fluttering. Akatsuki observers are growing bolder. The game's changing. Should we intervene or watch? Pain's reply was simple. Both. World threat. Akatsuki plotting. Unlocked. Global danger meter. Side quest. Track foreign agents in Konoha. Konoha. New resolve. In the Hokage's tower, Jiraiya, Kakashi, Tsunade summoned home by urgent letters, and the village elders gathered to decide the leaf's future. The system glimmered with notifications. Leadership quest. Guide the next generation. Train new heroes. Secure allies. Root out spies. Tsunade's path. Help heal Konoha and accept Hokage's mantle. Naruto watched Tsunade from afar, curiosity warring with hope. She's strong like grandma, but way scarier. Kurama's rumble broke into his thoughts. These new threats, they smell of war, not games. Stay sharp, brat. New passive, Fox's warning. Increased detection of hostile intent. Early alerts for world-level events. As dusk fell, Naruto gathered with Sakura, Shikamaru, Lee, and even Gaara's siblings, now lingering in Konoha as ambassadors. They watched the stars appear above the still-healing village. We did it together, Sakura whispered. Yeah, Naruto replied, the system pulsing quietly. But something's coming, and we'll face it together. In the night beyond the village walls, Akatsuki's shadows crept closer. Naruto's system flashed a simple, chilling message. Main world quest. The hunt for the Jinchuriki begins. Survive Akatsuki. Unravel the Akatsuki's plans. Led Konoha through the darkness. And in a distant dimension, a lone Akatsuki smiled. setting the next level of the game in motion. The battered Hokage Tower echoed with new energy. Ninja raced up and down its halls, scrolls in hand, reports stacking up like battle scars. The elders had made their decision. Tsunade, the legendary Sannin, would become the 5th Hokage if Naruto and Jiraiya could bring her back. Naruto's system flared with a double quest. Main quest: bring Tsunade home. Objective: find and convince Tsunade to return as Hokage. Bonus: unlock advanced healing, leadership, and training paths. Danger: Akatsuki agents and Orochimaru interference likely. Party quest: legendary Sannin road trip. Temporary party: Naruto, Jiraiya. Buff: Sage's guidance. Faster skill gain. Travel safety up. Hidden achievement: inspire a legend. Leaving Konoha, Jiraiya and Naruto set out at sunrise. For Naruto, it was a chance for new training, new sights, and maybe, just maybe, a taste of ramen in every town. Jiraiya didn't waste time. Keep your senses up. The Akatsuki may make a move, and Orochimaru won't give up on his schemes. Kurama rumbled, almost approvingly. You finally have a real teacher, brat. Don't embarrass us. Daily training. Rasengan progress 0/100%. Skill quest: master the Rasengan before Tsunade's test. Bonus: unlock elemental infusion if completed early. On the road, Naruto struggled with balloon popping, chakra control, and not blowing himself up. His system tracked every success and hilarious failure, awarding tiny stat boosts for persistence and creativity. But the world was growing more dangerous. Akatsuki's shadow. On a rain-slick rooftop, Itachi and Kisame watched from afar, their presence veiled by jutsu. Akatsuki encounter. Risk: medium. Not yet, Itachi murmured, watching Naruto's swirling chakra signature. We need to see how the village's system adapts. Kisame's grin was all shark teeth. He's getting stronger. Won't be long before he comes looking for us. Back in Konoha, Shikamaru and Sakura's systems pinged with suspicious movement, quests, trails of clues that Akatsuki agents were testing the village's defenses. For the first time, genin across the village were banding together in new, spontaneous teams, guided by their own quests and rising sense of unity. Tsunade's bet. Naruto and Jiraiya found Tsunade in a bustling town, surrounded by dice, cards, and empty sake bottles. She laughed off Jiraiya's pitch, but Naruto, fueled by system quests and honest hope, challenged her to a bet. If I can master the Rasengan, you come back. If not, I'll do 100 laps of the village walls. Tsunade's eyes sharpened, memories flickering in their depths. Special quest: win Tsunade's respect. Unlock advanced healing access, Tsunade's mentorship, hidden skill, will a fire surge. But as Naruto's training intensified, so did the shadows. Orochimaru appeared, cloak swirling, Kabuto at his side, ready to offer Tsunade a deadly deal of his own. Naruto's system screamed a warning. Critical event: Sannin showdown imminent. Prepare for boss battle. Allies will be tested. Outcome determines Leaf's recovery and future quests. As the wind whipped through the high mountain town, Naruto tightened his fists. The next few days would decide not just who led Konoha, but who protected it from the gathering storm. Thunder rolled across the mountain town, echoing off sake shops and gambling dens. In the heart of it, Naruto's hands shook not from fear, but from focus. Jiraiya watched as Naruto forced chakra into a balloon, sweat running down his brow. The system pulsed with progress. Skill quest: master Rasengan. Progress: 92%. Time remaining. Critical event imminent. Tsunade leaned against the wall, sharp eyes hiding years of pain. She'd laughed off Naruto's bet, but her heart stuttered each time she saw him try again. So stubborn. Just like Nawaki. Just like him. A storm of footsteps. Orochimaru and Kabuto strode into the square, their chakra cold and poisonous. Orochimaru's smirk was all venom. Come home, Tsunade, or watch your village die. Jiraiya stepped forward, summoning a giant toad. Not happening. Naruto, get ready. The system blared. Boss fight, Sannin clash. Bosses: Orochimaru, S rank. Kabuto, elite. Allies: Jiraiya, Tsunade, uncertain. Quest: survive and tip Tsunade's heart. Kurama's growl rumbled in Naruto's mind. If you fall here, the leaf falls too. Push through. The fight erupted. Giant snakes, summoned toads, shattering rooftops. Kabuto darted at Tsunade, blade glowing with chakra scalpel. Naruto leapt in front of her, arms crossed. A flash. Kabuto's blade struck home, blood staining Naruto's jacket. Tsunade screamed, memories of her brother's death crashing in. The system flashed. Fate challenge: will a fire surge. Requirement: inspire Tsunade, rise despite injury. Bonus: unlock healer's vow support skill. Naruto gritted his teeth, clutching his wound, but stared Kabuto down. I never go back on my word. That's my ninja way. I'll protect everyone, no matter what. The Rasengan in his palm burned brighter than ever. The system exploded. Skill unlocked. Rasengan, LV1, plus massive damage, plus chance to stun or break through defenses. EXP, plus 150. Stat growth, plus 2 strength, plus 2 chakra. He launched the Rasengan into Kabuto's chest, sending him crashing through 3 walls. Orochimaru snarled, snakes writhing, but Tsunade's fist shattered the ground. She stood between Naruto and Orochimaru, bloodied but defiant. Enough. I won't run from Konoha's future anymore. Tsunade's system merged with Naruto's for a moment, an unbreakable buff flickering to life. Will of Fire, linked buff, team healing, chakra regen, and morale massively increased for all allies nearby. Together, the legendary Sannin overwhelmed Orochimaru, forcing him and Kabuto to retreat, vowing revenge. Boss Battle 1. Sannin Clash. New perk. Tsunade's Protection. Once per arc, cheat death for you or an ally. Unlock. Healing Skill Tree. Advanced Party Support Features. The storm cleared. Tsunade knelt beside Naruto, tears in her eyes. You're more than a gamble. Your hope itself. Naruto grinned, exhausted but triumphant. His system pulsed with one final quest. Main quest complete. Bring Tsunade home. Leaf's 5th Hokage unlocked. Village healing accelerated. New world events incoming. As they returned to Konoha, side by side, the next era truly began. Konoha, still scarred from invasion, stirred to a new rhythm. The 5th Hokage, Tsunade, stood atop the rebuilt tower, sunlight glinting from her forehead seal. The entire village watched as she declared, "This is not the end of our pain. It is the beginning of our healing. Stand with me, and we will rise stronger than before." The system beamed across Naruto's vision. Main quest, Village Healing. Assist Tsunade in medical missions. Support the next generation. Bonus, learn advanced healing jutsu. Tsunade pulled Naruto aside. "You're more than just muscle, brat. Let's see if you can use that system for something besides fighting." She handed him a stack of beginner medical texts and chakra exercises. Side quest, Basic Healing Mastery. Success. Unlock Emergency Medical Ninjutsu. LV1. Bonus, Team 7 Healing Buff. Training with Tsunade and Shizune, Naruto discovered new parts of the system. A support skill tree, quick access healing slots, and a party heal hotkey. Healing was harder than battle. Delicate chakra, careful focus. But each patient smile brought its own reward. New bonds. Team 7 reunited for the first time since the invasion. Sakura, emboldened by Tsunade's example, asked to become her apprentice. Bond update. Sakura, healer in training. Unlock. Team synergy bonus. Sasuke, quieter, watched Naruto's growth with complicated eyes. His own system seemed to shift, shadowed by the curse mark and the sting of defeat. Naruto caught his friend's gaze and said, "You're not alone, no matter how strong you want to be." Even Kakashi, for once, seemed proud. "You're all growing up faster than I expected. Don't forget to have fun sometimes." Akatsuki's first strike, but peace was short-lived. At dusk, a chill ran through Naruto's system. Alert! Akatsuki agents detected. Threat level, high. Objective, protect targeted Jinchuriki. Defend the village. On the edge of town, masked figures in black cloaks, Itachi and Kisame, stepped from the shadows. Their chakra sent every sensor in Konoha into high alert. Naruto's system painted the threat in red. Emergency quest, survive Akatsuki's attack. Options, confront, evade, call for backup. Bonus, last 5 minutes against S-rank enemies. Itachi's Sharingan glowed as he found Naruto in the crowd. "We'll meet again, Uzumaki. Grow stronger before that day." Kisame's sword swung once, enough to send Jonin scrambling. Naruto, despite the fear, stood his ground. Clones fanned out, ready to buy time for civilians to escape. Tsunade herself leapt from the tower, chakra cracking the street. The system lit up. Temporary alliance, Hokage and Uzumaki. Buff, all stats +2, fear resistance maxed. New skill unlocked. Healer's Resolve boosts healing and defense in emergencies. Akatsuki retreated just as Konoha's ENBU closed in, but the warning was clear. The hunt for the Jinchuriki had begun. As the village recovered, Naruto's system blinked with a world-changing quest. World event, Akatsuki's hunt. Allies needed. All Kage, every hero. Prepare for shadow wars, betrayals, and the fight for every Jinchuriki. Naruto looked up at the Hokage monument, feeling the eyes of heroes past. For the first time, he felt not only chosen, but ready for the path ahead, whatever darkness waited. The days after Akatsuki's attack passed in a blur. But this time, Konoha did not recover alone. The Sand siblings, Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro, lingered as official allies, their presence a symbol of changing tides. Tsunade met with them at the rebuilt Hokage Tower, with Naruto and Team 7 standing proudly at her side. World Event, Alliance Summit. Objective: establish a Sandleaf Pact. Bonus: unlock shared quests, cross-village training. Hidden: friendship with Gaara can evolve into twin monarchs. Bond. Tsunade's system and the village's council agreed. Akatsuki was a threat that no nation could face alone. Gaara, quieter now, approached Naruto during the summit's first break. Gaara's eyes, always haunted, were softer now. You showed me there's another way. The sand wants to fight by your side. Naruto grinned. We'll protect everyone. Together. Bond upgrade. Gaara, true ally. Team-up skills unlocked. Special joint quest. Monarchs Pact. Defend the next generation. Temari and Kankuro joined, bringing with them news from the Land of Wind. Reports of missing ninja, strange chakra, and Akatsuki agents on the move. The system added a new, global map overlay. Akatsuki activity detected. Multiple regions. Sand and Sound. A new era. As the alliance formalized, the Sound Village sent an official message ostensibly to mend fences, but Tsunade's system flagged it. Suspicious activity. Orochimaru influence possible. Quest: investigate Sound's intentions. Bonus: early warning of enemy plots. Jiraiya gathered Naruto, Sakura, and Shikamaru for a special mission. Alliances are built on trust and vigilance. We're sending you to meet with Sand and Sound envoys at the border. Kurama, listening in, gave a rare approving growl. Good. You're finally learning this isn't a game, brat. Party quest: border mission. Main: protect delegates, uncover secrets. Side: train with Sand Ninja, scout for Akatsuki spies. Reward: joint skills, bonus EXP, early Akatsuki clue. Before departure, Tsunade gave Naruto a parting gift. System upgrade: diplomacy and leadership branch unlock. New options for negotiation, alliance bonuses, and cross-village team events. Allies in training. At the border camp, Gaara and Naruto trained side by side, Shadow and Sand clones sparring in a flurry of dust. Sakura learned new healing jutsu from Sand's medics. Shikamaru coordinated both teams in elaborate war games, quietly mapping every new player. The system tracked progress. Joint training complete. Naruto and Gaara unlock Jinchuriki resonance, temporary stat sync in battle. Sakura, healing +2, medical tactics unlocked. Shikamaru, leadership buff for all party members, but danger still lurked. A coded scroll arrived from the Sound delegation: too perfect, too polite. The system highlighted a hidden message. Clue discovered. Orochimaru's agents nearby. Update: new enemy side quest available. Naruto, feeling the weight of his new responsibilities, grinned at his friends and allies. Whatever comes next, we'll face it together. World quest update: Allied Ninja Force. Beta. Next step: expose Orochimaru's plot and prepare for Akatsuki's next move. As dusk fell on the Alliance camp, Naruto's system glimmered with hope, and a storm on the horizon. Night at the border camp was uneasy. The air vibrated with tension as Leaf and Sand Ninja huddled around watchfires, eyes scanning the dark woods. Naruto's system had never felt so active. New menus and leadership tools flickered at the edge of his vision. Alliance leadership mode. On. Command options: assign patrols, trigger alerts, activate emergency buffs. Party sync: shared stat boosts with nearby allies. Gaara approached Naruto quietly, his sand swirling protectively. Orochimaru never acts openly. If there's an attack, it'll be from the inside. Naruto nodded, consulting his system's new diplomacy scan. Sakura and Temari coordinated medical and tactical teams, while Shikamaru quietly observed the Sound delegation. Every nervous glance, every out-of-place gesture. Suspicious patterns detected. Probability: 89% chance of internal sabotage. Suggestion: set a trap of your own. Naruto grinned. Let's give the snake something to choke on. He and Gaara staged a security lapse, letting word slip that a vital scroll, containing plans for Akatsuki defense, would be stored in a lightly guarded tent that night. His system pinged a covert quest: bait the traitor. Objective: catch the saboteur in the act. Reward: alliance trust, Orochimaru plot clues, unique loot. The trap is set. As the camp settled, shadowy figures crept toward the target. Naruto's chakra sense, synced with Gaara's sand detection, mapped their approach in real time. Combined skill: Jinchuriki resonance, detects all hostile intent within 100 meters. Temporary stat boost: +3 to all for both users. A squad of disguised Sound ninja, including a high-ranking agent, slipped into the tent, only to find clones waiting, kunai drawn. Gaara's sand trapped their feet as Naruto called the alarm. The system lit up. Battle quest: defend the camp. Bonus: no casualties allowed. The clash was fierce. Temari's fan tore through enemy ranks. Sakura shielded the wounded, her system-driven healing quick and efficient. Shikamaru's shadow jutsu neutralized the saboteur's escape. Naruto and Gaara, fighting in perfect sync, took down the lead sound agent, a snake-masked ninja who spat curses as he fell. Enemy defeated. Orochimaru's lieutenant. Loot: Snake Ring, decipher enemy plans, single use. Alliance reputation, max. EXP, plus 90. Unlock: Cross-Village Emergency Response, Allied Jutsu Pool for one mission. As the dust settled, the joint command gathered. Even the most skeptical Sand Jonin looked at Naruto with new respect. Gaara spoke quietly. You've changed the path for both our villages. Naruto's system rewarded him with a leadership badge and a new title. Title unlocked: Alliance Vanguard. Team morale up, chance of surprise attack reduced, diplomatic options enhanced. The game moves on. As the sun rose, a final message arrived via coded bird. Orochimaru message: next time, your allies won't save you. Akatsuki is coming for you both. Naruto's system flashed. World event: Akatsuki infiltration imminent. Next main quest line: track enemy movements. Prepare the allied force. Defend all Jinchuriki. Naruto and Gaara stood together at the camp's edge, watching the horizon glow. Allies stood behind them. The world's dangers gathered ahead. We're ready, Naruto said, his voice carrying further than ever before. With dawn burning the mist from the border camp, an uneasy calm settled across the Ninja Alliance. The successful defense against Orochimaru's trap made headlines back in both Konoha and Suna. But every shinobi, from Chunin to Kage, could feel it. A greater darkness was drawing near. Naruto's system had never been more alive. Notifications and world quests now occupied a corner of his vision at all times. World event: Akatsuki's shadow falls. Main quest: prepare the allied ninja force. Objectives: defend all Jinchuriki, coordinate intelligence, identify enemy movements. Bonus: unlock global defense grid system features. At a newly fortified command tent, Tsunade, Gaara, and key jonin from both villages gathered for the first allied shinobi council. Naruto, to his surprise, was there too, his Alliance Vanguard title unlocking a seat at the table. Alliance leadership interface unlocked. Assign missions, share skill upgrades, distribute rare items. New skill: strategic command. Temporarily boosts team effectiveness on large-scale ops. As reports poured in, missing ninja, strange chakra signatures, coded threats, the council debated next moves. Gaara's voice, steady and calm, broke through the noise. Akatsuki isn't just after us. They want every Jinchuriki. We fight them together, or not at all. Tsunade nodded, then turned to Naruto. You ready to lead, kid? Naruto swallowed, then grinned. With my friends, yeah. Main objective: defend the hidden sand. Rumor: Akatsuki may target Gaara first. Party quest: assign teams to sand, leaf, and rain borders. Bonus: use the global defense grid to call instant reinforcements, limited uses. The world shifts. As elite teams fanned out, Naruto's system expanded to show live threat levels across the map. Yellow, calm. Orange, increased Akatsuki presence. Red, attack imminent. Intelligence from the Mist and Cloud villages confirmed it. Akatsuki agents had been spotted everywhere, including near B, the Hidden Clouds Jinchuriki. Quest unlocked. Form the allied Jinchuriki Guard. Option: invite B, Yujito, and other hosts to the allied base. Special: joint training and combo jutsu possible. Naruto sent coded messages, aided by Shikamaru's quick thinking and Sakura's new communication jutsu. Gaara prepared his own sand defenses, personally training elite guards. Kurama rumbled with wary approval. You're not just a brat with power anymore. You're making the world move, kid. Akatsuki's shadow. Far from the camp, Akatsuki gathered. Cloaked figures, Itachi, Kisame, Deidara, Sasori, watched the allied preparations with cold amusement. Pain's Rinnegan glowed. Let them gather. The more united they become, the more chaos we unleash when we strike. Zetsu slipped through the trees, whispering secrets into a black void. Abido, mask glinting, watched all from the shadows, laying groundwork for a deeper, more dangerous plan. Enemy world quest: Akatsuki's hunt. Phase 1. Objective: test the alliance, sow mistrust, capture a Jinchuriki. On the eve of war, night settled. Allied camps buzzed with tension and hope. Naruto and Gaara met on a ridge, looking out over the torches of their gathered ninja. Naruto's system glimmered. Alliance synergy, maxed for current stage. Next unlock, Shinobi World Army. If the Alliance survives Akatsuki's first assault, Gaara broke the silence. You changed everything, Naruto. Now, let's see if it holds. Naruto nodded, system pulsing with a single, urgent quest. Prepare for the attack. Defend the future. The hidden sand was silent beneath a blood-red dawn. Gaara, now Kazekage, an honored ally, stood atop the highest tower, sand swirling at his feet. His system pulsed quietly, alert and alive. World event. Akatsuki's assault. Gaara targeted. Main objective. Defend the Jinchuriki. Bonus. Survive Akatsuki's elite. Danger. S-rank enemies detected. Back at the allied base, Naruto's system blared. Alert. Gaara under attack. Fast travel unlock available. Deploy. Team 7. Sand Command. Allied reinforcements. Naruto didn't hesitate. We're moving. Gaara needs us. Team 7 and Sand's elite ninja leapt into action. The system's new global defense grid glowing as squads blinked across the desert in an instant, drawn by Naruto's and Shikamaru's leadership. The Siege of Sunagakure. Akatsuki struck without warning. Deidara swooped from the sky atop his monstrous clay bird, bombs raining down. Sasori, hidden behind a veil of sand, released a storm of deadly puppets. The sand's defenses, bolstered by system buffs, fought back with new tactics. Naruto's system alliance leadership options unlocking shared strategies and defensive walls. Gaara, floating above the village, shielded hundreds of citizens with a titanic sand dome. His system buzzed with a warning. Boss fight, Deidara and Sasori. Objective, hold out until reinforcements arrive. Skill, sand dome, massive defense, but drains chakra over time. Naruto's arrival triggered a wave of hope. Party sync. Allied Shinobi Army. All stats +2. Joint Jutsu enabled. New combo unlocked. Sand Shadow Barrage. Sasuke, Sakura, and Team 7 joined the fray, overwhelming Deidara's clay minions with shadow clones, fire, and lightning. Sakura's healing skills kept Sand Jonin on their feet, while Shikamaru's strategy slowed Sasori's puppet onslaught. But the system's clock ticked down. Deidara's biggest bomb loomed overhead, its chakra signature pulsing like a second sun. Sacrifice. Gaara's sand wavered. Deidara broke through, clay worm slipping past defenses. In a flash, it struck, aimed not at the village, but at a child trapped beneath rubble. Without thinking, Gaara threw himself between the bomb and the child, his sand forming a desperate shield. The impact rocked the dome, sending shockwaves through the desert. Critical quest. Protect the future. Gaara HP. Critical. System emergency. Monarch's sacrifice. Triggered. Naruto, rage burning, surged forward, Kurama's chakra crackling at his fingertips. He and Gaara fought side by side, their systems sinking for one desperate push. But it was too late. Deidara's trap triggered. Chakra threads pulled Gaara skyward, out of reach. The sand's Kazekage vanished into the clouds, Deidara cackling as he escaped with his prize. Naruto's system screamed. Mission failure. Jinchuriki captured. New questline. Rescue Gaara. Race against time. World reputation. Allied morale down. Akatsuki threat up. Unlock. Shinobi World Army. The next phase. As the village mourned and Naruto slammed his fist into the sand, the system offered a single, cold message. The true war has begun. Save your friend, or the world loses hope. Allies gathered, wounded but furious. Tsunade, Gaara's siblings, and every leader across the continent sent a single, unified message. We fight as one. Naruto wiped his eyes, determination blazing. We're coming for you, Gaara. I swear it. The desert dawned cold and furious, the sand still smoking from Deidara's bombs. The hidden sand's people rallied, grieving and enraged. But their Kazekage, Gaara, was gone, snatched into the sky by Akatsuki's clay bird. Naruto's system, usually a source of strength and optimism, pulsed a new kind of urgency. Main quest. Rescue Gaara, race against time. Track Akatsuki before they reach their hideout. Bonus. Save Gaara before the extraction begins. New mechanics unlocked. Shinobi World Army/Command Chain. In the Sand's medical tent, Tsunade led Triage, Shizen, and Sakura at her side. Kankuro, battered but alive, grabbed Naruto's shoulder. I'll go with you. This isn't just a Sand mission now, it's all of us. Party expanded. Kankuro joined. Allied forces. Team 7, Sand Jonin, Suna medics. Team bonus. Puppet expertise, scouting, poison resistance. Shikamaru, now acting as tactical lead, rolled out a multi-layered map. His system's alliance interface linked with Naruto's, sending routes and Akatsuki movement predictions to every allied squad. Strategy. Multiple pursuit teams, Relay updates cut off escape routes. The chase began. Naruto's party sprinted across the wasteland, pushing at top speed. Sakura's system flashed healing tips for sunstroke and exhaustion. Kankuro sent out a puppet scout. Kurama's voice, sharp and urgent, cut through the noise. You can't let them take another Jinchuriki, brat. Move. Akatsuki's trail. The party crossed shattered dunes and booby-trapped canyons. Deidara and Sasori's trail was littered with explosive clay and mechanical traps. Naruto's insight skill and Kankuro's puppet tricks helped neutralize them, but every minute counted. Mini-quest: disable Akatsuki traps. Success: plus team EXP, lower chance of ambush. Failure: team delay, higher injury risk. As the sun rose higher, reinforcements arrived, Temari with a gust of wind, Lee and Guy team surging across the sands, and even a mist-tracking squad led by Chojuro, eager to prove the alliance's worth. Naruto's system updated. World event: Shinobi World Army mobilized. Allied parties can swap skills in combat. New mechanic: command chain, use leadership points for instant rescue, buffs for healing in battle. But ahead, a pulse of fear and dread. Naruto's Jinchuriki sense tingled, warning that Gaara's life force was fading. The hideout. Shikamaru's plan worked. The alliance cornered Deidara and Sasori at the mouth of an ancient cave, Akatsuki's hideout. Seals pulsed across the stone, blocking entry. Boss encounter: Cave of Akatsuki. Objective: break the barrier, defeat the Akatsuki duo, rescue Gaara. Bonus: no major casualties. Kankuro set his puppets on the locks. Sakura and Chojuro guarded his back. Lee and Guy took up ready stances, eager for the fight. Naruto, hands shaking but eyes blazing, prepared his system's new command chain, willing to spend everything for his friend's life. Kurama's voice thundered in his soul. Win here, brat. This is what your power is for. As the seals shattered and Akatsuki shadows loomed, Naruto's system flashed a final quest. Decide the future, save Gaara, defy fate. The allies surged into the darkness, ready to fight not just for one Jinchuriki, but for the hope of every village in the shinobi world. The moment the cave seals shattered, chaos exploded. Naruto led the charge, system overlay mapping every hostile movement. Boss arena: Akatsuki hideout. Objective: defeat Deidara and Sasori, rescue Gaara. Bonus: keep casualties to a minimum. Command chain active, leadership points 5. Deidara hovered above, tossing clay bombs with manic glee. Welcome, little leaf. Care to see my art? Below, Sasori waited, hundreds of puppet threads webbed through the shadows, his cold eyes on every entrance. Lee and Guy launched themselves at Deidara, forcing him to keep his distance. Kankuro and Chojuro tangled with Sasori's first wave of puppets. Sakura paired with Chiyo, the Sand's legendary puppet mistress, her system pushing medical offense to the max as she shattered wooden bodies with chakra-fueled fists. Combo unlocked. Allied medical assault. Sakura and Chiyo. Increased attack, healing, puppet disabling. Naruto split into a dozen shadow clones, weaving through Deidara's explosions. His Jinchuriki sense pinpointed Gaara, life force weak, chakra draining into a hideous demonic statue deeper in the cavern. Kurama roared inside. Focus, brat. The statue's draining him. Break the ritual, or he's gone for good. Critical quest: disrupt the extraction. Command chain option: sacrifice all clones, guaranteed disruption. Cost: Naruto loses 50% chakra, but buys team time. Without hesitation, Naruto threw his clones into the fire, their sacrifices exploding in blue and red chakra. The demonic statue stilled for a breath. Gaara's life force steadied, barely. Sasori's real body lunged, blades and poison needles flying. Chiyo countered with her mother and father puppets, Sakura backing her up, smashing puppet after puppet. Mini-quest: Puppet Showdown. Success: Sasori exposed. Meanwhile, Lee and Guy unlocked the fifth gate, overwhelming Deidara's defenses with speed and pure force. Command chain: dynamic rescue activated. Lee snatches Gaara's body from the altar. Sakura rushes to heal. Deidara, furious, detonates a clay bomb right above the retreating heroes. Option: leadership point, protective shield. Naruto calls on Gaara's own sand, using Jinchuriki resonance to create a barrier that shields the entire party. The cave shutters, stone raining down. Sasori, exposed, is struck down by Chiyo's puppets, his heart core shattered. Deidara, outmatched and outnumbered, abandons the fight, taking to the skies with a parting taunt. Bosses defeated. Sasori, Deidara driven off. EXP plus 200 shared. Loot: Puppet Master Core, Clay Bomb Recipe, Akatsuki Ring Fragment. Special unlock: Jinchuriki Recovery Protocol. Advanced group healing for tailed beast hosts. The cost and the hope. Sakura poured every ounce of her skill and Naruto's healing system boost into Gaara. For a moment, everything hung in the balance. Then Gaara's eyes opened, weak but alive. The allied camp outside erupted in cheers. Quest complete. Rescue Gaara. World reputation. Hope restored. Bond. Naruto and Gaara. Unbreakable. Alliance level up. Shinobi World Army. United Front. Unlocked. As the battered heroes stepped into the light, Naruto's system flashed a message meant for all. The future is no longer set. The world's fate is yours to decide. Akatsuki had been beaten back, but the war was just beginning. Sunlight crept over the ruins of Akatsuki's hideout, painting the sand with gold and crimson. The allied shinobi army, battered but triumphant, emerged into dawn. Gaara leaned on Kankuro, weak but alive. Sakura, exhausted, received a hero's greeting. Naruto, adrenaline gone, was silent for once, system notifications echoing through his mind. Main quest complete. Rescue Gaara. World reputation greatly increased. Shinobi World Army level up. Unlock. Allied Jinchuriki defense protocols. Bonus. Team synergy skill tree. The victory was real, but so was the price. Chio, Sans legendary puppet mistress, had spent her last chakra to heal Gaara, falling with a peaceful smile. Lee, bruised from opening the fifth gate, grinned despite the pain. Shikamaru already sorted through loot and intelligence files. Gaara turned to Naruto, voice low. You changed my fate, but the world's shadow is still growing. Naruto's system answered for him, unveiling the next world quest. World quest. Defend the Jinchuriki. Akatsuki strikes back. Objectives. Fortify villages. Train hosts. Hunt Akatsuki. New option. Assign teams to cross-village defense missions. Special. Unlock Jinchuriki synergy. Shared buffs and skills in allied battles. Recovery and reflection. The army returned to Suna for a brief celebration and a council of war. The Sand Village declared Naruto and Team 7 honorary siblings. Alliance reputation maximum. Sakura joined Tsunade and the Sand Medics, trading healing techniques and system-driven tactics. Kankuro, now trusted with Sand's puppet secrets, began helping Mist and Leaf Ninja upgrade their own weapons. Shikamaru, with help from Temari, created a crisis protocol system for the Alliance, letting parties deploy instantly to new threats. Naruto stood atop the Sand's ramparts with Gaara and Kurama's silent encouragement. We did it. But this is just one battle. We'll need everyone for what's coming. New skill. Inspire Army. Temporarily boost morale and stats for all allies in range. Akatsuki regroups. Far away, Akatsuki's inner circle met in darkness. Pain's Rinnegan gleamed. They are uniting. We will break them at the source. Itachi spoke softly, almost regretfully. Their bonds are growing stronger. Next time, we must shatter more than walls. We must shatter trust. Obito, half-masked, began moving pieces on a world map. Send out the monsters. Let's see how the Jinchuriki and their army handle true despair. Enemy world event. Tailed Beast Rampage, Akatsuki infiltration, and sabotage quests launched. New threats. Back in Konoha, Tsunade received intelligence. Akatsuki operatives seen in Mist, Stone, and Cloud. Missing mean banding together. Reports of Otsutsuki artifacts awakening around the world. Naruto's system flashed. World upgrade. Otsutsuki quests unlocked. Discover ancient powers, prevent world-scale disasters, and face enemies from beyond. New raid feature available for special missions. Gaara, now fully recovered, joined Naruto at the front lines. Next time, we're ready. And we won't lose another one of us. Naruto nodded, his system and heart aligned as never before. Bring it on. A week after Gaara's rescue, the world felt smaller and more dangerous than ever. Intelligence from every hidden village agreed. Akatsuki would not stop. They would come for every host, every bond, until all hope was crushed or united. That's why, for the first time in history, the allied shinobi army arranged a secret summit. The world's Jinchuriki would meet, not as weapons, but as allies. World Quest, Jinchuriki Summit. Objective, unify all living hosts. Bonus, unlock Tailed Beast Synergy. Massive buffs in joint battle. Danger, high Akatsuki and Otsutsuki interest. The Gathering. In a lush, hidden valley, Naruto arrived first, system tracking every chakra signature for miles. Gaara greeted him with a rare, honest smile. Killer Bee of the Cloud, all swagger and rap verses, fist-bumped both. Yujito ni, Utakata, Rashi, Han, and Fa followed, each one wary, powerful, and scarred by their own village's history. Achievement, United Tales. Bond, Jinchuriki network unlocked. Skill. Linked will when 3 or more hosts fight together, share chakra and resist genjutsu/debuffs. For the first time, Naruto felt what Gaara meant by being understood. Kurama stirred, a grudging respect in his voice. Look at them, brat. Not alone. Not anymore. B grinned. Yo, we're the crew Akatsuki fears. Let's jam on some training 8 tails strong. No tears. Even the tailed beasts, speaking through their hosts, rumbled with anticipation. Naruto's system blinked. Special event. Joint tailed beast training. Learn advanced beast skills. Unlock team ultimate jutsu. Deepen bonds. Training and trust. Each Jinchuriki shared what their beast had taught them. Be demonstrated full-tailed beast cloak, wrapping encouragement all the while. Yujido and Fu compared transformation techniques and sensory range. Gaara and Naruto sparred, sand and shadow clones whirling in perfect sync. As they trained, the system adapted. New skill branch, tailed synergy techniques. Unlock. Jinchuriki Overdrive, all hosts can boost stats for each other. Bonus, unbreakable bond. If one falls, the others gain a surge of power. Naruto, watching the group laugh for the first time, realized Akatsuki's greatest fear, unity, but warnings remained. Shikamaru, watching from the command tent, messaged in, System alert, Akatsuki scouting detected. Probability of attack rising. Secret Akatsuki artifact pinged near the valley. He nodded, his system syncing with Naruto's for joint commands. We defend each other. We watch each other's backs. And when the enemy comes, we hit them harder than ever before. Rising storm. That night, around the fire, each Jinchuriki told their story, their pain, their village, their beast. The system registered a never-before-seen upgrade. Legendary bond, united hosts, team-wide resistance to capture, boosted morale, and new ultimate. Tails Unleashed, a one-time, all-host attack with devastating power. Kurama's voice, proud and soft, echoed in Naruto's heart. You finally found what I couldn't. Family in the same storm. But as the stars blazed overhead, the system flashed a final warning. Main quest, defend the summit. Enemy forces converging. Survive the assault, protect every host, and claim the Akatsuki relic. Naruto stood, face lit by firelight, surrounded by friends who truly understood. We protect each other, no matter what comes. The world's fate now rested in the hands of those it had once feared most. The dawn was too quiet. Naruto's system flashed red before the birds even stirred. Critical quest, defend the summit. Objective, protect all Jinchuriki. Bonus, secure the Akatsuki relic. Danger, S-rank enemy raid, Akatsuki level anomaly. B was already in full cloak, spinning rhymes in Kanai. Gaara sand-writhed protectively. The others took positions, a silent, wary trust binding them. Killer B grinned. Let's light it up, Jinchuriki style. The system's new Jinchuriki network came alive, stat boosts, instant alerts, even joint jutsu macros overlaying everyone's vision. Jinchuriki network active. Bonuses, shared defense, linked will, auto chakra sharing, alertness, danger sense X3. Then the shadows moved. Akatsuki emerged from every direction. Deidara raining explosive clay. Kisame leading a wave of water and blades. Haiden and Kakuzu hunting for blood. Itachi stepping from the mist, eyes cold with purpose. And deeper, in the storm, a rift split the sky. An Akatsuki portal, swirling with pale chakra. Warning, Akatsuki incursion. Threat level maximum. Unknown Akatsuki presence detected. Relic activating at Valley's heart. The system's command chain, mechanic spun into overdrive. Naruto assigned B and Yujito to frontline power. Gaara, Fu, and Han flanked for terrain control. Utakata, Rashi, and Naruto himself protected the relic. Joint command issued. Jinchuriki overdrive. Team stats surged. Coordinated tailed beast attacks chained automatically. The clash was cataclysmic. Gaara's sand blocked Deidara's detonations. Be-tangled Kisame, blade to blade. Naruto and Fu unleashed a swirling combo of wind, shadow, and insect storm, driving Haiden back. Itachi slipped through the chaos, Jinjutsu pulsing, until the linked will buff broke the illusion for every host at once. Ultimate skill, Tails Unleashed charge, 50%. Condition, all Jinchuriki must land a hit. Coordinate for final attack. At the valley center, the Akatsuki portal widened. A tall, white-robed figure, alien and radiant, stepped through, his eyes scanning the battlefield with chilling calm. New boss, Akatsuki envoy level. Objective, repel or delay until relic is secured. Danger, system skin jammed, stats unreadable. The system glitched as space warped. For a moment, Naruto's entire network flickered, but the bond with Kurama steadied him, and B's laughter shook the air. We're not going down. Not today, Naruto shouted. Now? Together, every host surged, tailed beast cloaks blazing. The ground quaked as Tails Unleashed activated. Beams of pure chakra, wind, sand, lava, insects, and water fusing in midair. The Akatsuki staggered, shield barely holding. Akatsuki scattered, battered by the onslaught. Be wrapped. This is our story, not your game. No more running, no more shame. The relic pulsed. Gaara wrapped it in sand. Yujito shielded the group with blue flames. The Akatsuki, wounded and wary, retreated through the collapsing rift, promising, "You have only delayed the inevitable. The world will kneel." Quest complete. Defend the summit. All Jinchuriki survive. Akatsuki relic secured. Akatsuki repelled. EXP plus 500. Legendary title. Defenders of Destiny. New world skill. Summon allied army. Call reinforcements to any battlefield. Aftermath. The hosts slumped together, exhausted but smiling. We gave Naruto and Nugi. Gaara smiled faintly, burst into laughter. For the first time, the world's most feared outcasts had become its first, best defenders. The system offered a simple, shining message. Path changed. The future is yours to shape. But as the valley calmed, everyone knew Akatsuki and the Akatsuki would return, stronger, more cunning, and more desperate. Naruto looked at his friends, his resolve, and the system's light stronger than ever. We'll be ready. The sun rose on a battered valley, smoke dissipating into golden light. Around the relic, the Jinchuriki regrouped, tired, battered, but triumphant. As the world's most dangerous outcasts, they had just changed history. Naruto's system flared with notifications. Major questline update. The future unwritten. Victory. Jinchuriki summit survived. Akatsuki relic secured. All hosts alive and bonded. Legendary title. Defenders of Destiny. New feature. World broadcast. Heroic feats and alliance progress ripple to all hidden villages. Kurama, deep in Naruto's soul, let out a low, proud rumble. Look how far you've come, kid. The world can't ignore you now. World reaction. Konoha, Tsunade, watching from her office as reports streamed in, allowed herself a rare smile. System update. Village morale high. Bonus. Training speed up. Random genin inspired. New Heroes Path quests unlocked. Sunagakure. Gaara returned, greeted as both Kazekage and Legend. Sand System. Unbreakable bond. Alliance with Leaf and Cloud cemented. Suna medics and Puppet Nin now sharing skills with other villages. Kumogakure. Beast Tales became instant legend. Kids shouting his raps in the streets. The Raikage called an emergency summit to discuss a full 5-village alliance. Cloud System. Warriors United initiative unlocked. Mist, Stone, and others. Old hatreds wavered. The display of united Jinchuriki power and the successful repulsion of both Akatsuki and an Akatsuki forced even the most stubborn elders to reconsider the old ways. World system evolution. Alliance era triggered. New main quest for all villages. Unite or fall. System now supports cross-village parties, trading skills, and instant mission deployment. Among the Jinchuriki, that evening, around a shared fire, Naruto's system offered a global message. Alliance feature unlocked. Allied Hero Chat, secure channel for hosts, Kage, and handpicked shinobi. Plan joint missions, share discoveries, request backup. Be dropped a serious voice. Yo, from outcasts to headline acts, we hold the line. The world's got a new beat now. It's time to shine. Fa giggled. So what do we do with this relic? Yujito, ever practical, suggested, secure it in the strongest vault we can find. Study it, but keep it moving so Akatsuki can't track it. Naruto nodded, feeling the system's light connect them all. We're not weapons. They can't treat us that way ever again. Next time, we choose what the world becomes. Personal quest unlocked. Legacy of the Jinchuriki. Let a generation pass on the will of fire and freedom. Bonus. Future party buffs. Chance to inspire ordinary ninja. In the shadows. Akatsuki's lair. Pain's voice echoed with cold anger. Their unity is our greatest threat. Prepare new tactics. The world war will not be stopped. Beyond the veil, an Akatsuki emissary watched through the relic's vision, recalculating. The game is no longer predictable. It will take more than power to break their bonds now. Toward the next era, as word spread, ninja across every land looked to the horizon, not with fear, but with hope and determination. For the first time, the power of a united ninja world seemed real. Naruto's system shimmered with a message he'd never seen before. Congratulations, player. You have unlocked the path of legend. The next world event is yours to shape. Naruto, Gaara, B, and their friends looked at each other, feeling the weight and promise of what they built. Let's see what legend we write next, Naruto said, grinning wide. The world was different now. Konoha's streets bustled with energy not seen since the days of the first Hokage. Shinobi from sand, cloud, mist, and even stone moved freely alongside Leaf Ninja, exchanging jutsu and stories. Children played Jinchuriki defense in the alleys, casting pretend sand, fire, and shadow clone jutsu. Naruto's system glimmered with unprecedented calm. Era Quest. Shinobi Golden Age. Unlock conditions met. Maintain alliance stability. Share knowledge. Empower new heroes. Unlock Village Unity Skill Tree. But the center of the world's attention was not a village, but a simple stone table deep beneath the new allied Shinobi HQ. Resting atop it, the Akatsuki relic, pulsing with unreadable chakra. The Council of Kage. A round table, 5 Kage, Tsunade, Gaara, the Reikage, the Mizuki, and the Tsuchikage, plus B, Naruto, Sakura, Shikamaru, and delegates from every major clan. Each leader's system now synced in alliance mode, allowing real-time updates, debate, and shared plans. Tsunade spoke first. This relic is a threat, but also an opportunity. We study it together. No secrets, no lies. Gaara nodded. It will be moved between villages every month. If the Akatsuki or Akatsuki come, we'll be waiting with every force united. The system flagged a new quest. Relic questline. Decipher the Akatsuki legacy. Objective. Unravel the relic's secrets. Danger. Possible world-scale events. Bonus. Unlock Relic Guardian Jutsu for chosen heroes. B cracked a grin. Yo. Knowledge drop. Unity pop. Let's break the old world's lock. Even the stubborn Tsuchikage couldn't help but smirk. The ripple effect. Throughout the ninja world, the system rolled out new features. Heroes Path Quest for young ninja. Ordinary genin could now take on quests for leadership, invention, diplomacy, or training. Cross-village teams. New skills unlocked when parties included allies from multiple nations. Jinchuriki mentorship. Hosts, led by Naruto and B, began teaching the next generation how to live with power and with friendship. Kurenai's class in Konoha saw shy kids stepping up to form mixed squads, some wielding the first party skills ever seen in the academy. In Suna, a sand-scarred orphan girl unlocked her first team heal skill by helping a mist boy recover from training injuries. System notification. Ordinary Ninja Awakening. Hidden potential blossoming across all lands. The legend spreads. Anyone can level up. Anyone can lead. The relic awakens. One night, as a council team of Naruto, Sakura, B, Gaara, and the best minds from every village studied the relic, it pulsed with new power. The system's interface twisted, revealing a new menu. Relic feature unlocked. World Raid Portal. Limited use gateway to Akatsuki space. Objective. Prevent future invasions. Recover lost secrets. Reward. The Ultimate Alliance upgrade. Kurama grumbled, but not unkindly. So it never ends, huh? At least you're not fighting alone anymore. Naruto smiled, looking around at friends and former enemies alike. If the world needs protecting, if there are more secrets out there, we'll face them together. Era Quest Update. Prelude to the Golden Age. Next, prepare for the first World Raid. Optional. Train new leaders. Share hope. Inspire every ninja. As the first rays of sunlight touched the relic, every system in the allied shinobi force flickered with hope, and a promise that this time, the future would be written by all. The relic's pulsing light filled the allied shinobi HQ's great hall, casting swirling shadows across the assembled force. Every village's banners hung side by side. The new generation, rookie teams, elite jonin, and the legendary Jinchuriki waited shoulder to shoulder. Naruto's system hummed with new purpose. World Raid unlocked. Akatsuki Gate open. Objective. Enter the Akatsuki realm. Defeat invaders. Recover lost knowledge. Bonus. New Global Raid Party mechanic. Multi-team tactics. Shared buffs. Cross-village combo attacks. Danger. Uncharted enemy territory. The 5 Kage stood with Naruto, Gaara, B, and the hand-picked raid leaders, Sakura, Shikamaru, Temari, Chojuro, Karatsuchi, and the most promising genin from each land. Tsunade addressed them all. This is more than a battle, it's our declaration. No one stands alone. We face this storm together, and we come back stronger than ever. The relic activated with a resonant hum. Portals shimmered open, showing alien landscapes of white trees, violet skies, and floating islands. The system pinged. World Raid countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. Into the unknown. Teams launched through the gates in waves, each assigned a sector. Naruto led the main assault group. System overlay highlighting allies and real-time raid objectives. Global raid party status. Health, chakra, buffs of all teams visible. World voice chat enabled. Tactics, Warnings, encouragement shared instantly. Raid quests, capture enemy outposts, protect healers, decipher Akatsuki tech. Naruto and be fought side by side, swapping tailed beast combos, lava and sand, wind and lightning against Akatsuki guardians wielding strange, chakra warping jutsu. Sakura led a med team, their shared heal skill reaching even distant squads. Rookie teams from Leaf, Sand, and Cloud broke through puzzle-locked doors, rescuing lost Kumo shinobi and freeing ancient captives, earning surprise system buffs and bonus loot. Mini-raid, Team Konoha. Objective, overcome a corrupted Akatsuki guardian. Bonus, unlock new rookie hero skills if successful. Shikamaru, monitoring the whole field, called out danger as the Akatsuki's leader, tall, six-eyed, with flowing celestial robes, appeared at the center citadel. Raid boss spawned, Akatsuki's sovereign. HP, mechanics, phase attacks, reality warp, minion summoning. Global mechanic, any fallen ninja's chakra is not lost, boost party's next last stand skill. The turning point, the fight was overwhelming. The sovereign bent space, shattering squads and summoning storms of alien fire. But the system's global raid party feature kept hope alive. Anytime a team faltered, worldwide, buff chains surged, letting another party cover or rescue. Jinchuriki linked their chakra, launching the Tails Unleashed combo with every host contributing, stunning the boss. The youngest genin, inspired by Naruto's leadership, used their new Hero's Path skills to block a critical attack, earning the entire alliance an epic stat buff. At the final moment, Naruto, backed by every friend, Kage, and ally, unleashed the new Relic Guardian Jutsu. Light from the relic itself wrapped around every ninja, their wills combining into one unstoppable strike. With a howl, the sovereign fell. The Akatsuki army scattered, their portals collapsing. Victory and beyond. The system flooded everyone with rewards. World raid complete. Victory. Akatsuki threat banished. Lost shinobi rescued. Ancient secrets recovered. Legendary skills unlocked. Relic Guardian, Global Synergy, World Voice. Stat points and hero titles awarded to every participant. Golden Age, era status now active. Training, invention, peace, and progress massively boosted. As the shinobi returned through the relic, the 5 Kage greeted them with pride. The rookie heroes, beaming, received new missions, teaching, exploring, leading. Kurama, in Naruto's heart, was content. This is what power was meant for. Naruto stood atop the steps with Gaara, B, and the Kage, the world cheering. For the first time, we write our own story, Naruto said. His system and heart is one. And the horizon blazed gold. The world had changed. Not just for Jinchuriki, not just for heroes, but for every shinobi, every child, every family from the land of fire to the farthest islands of mist. In Konoha, the sun rose to find villagers and visiting ninja rebuilding homes, not out of desperation, but hope. Children from every clan swapped stories and jutsu, their hero's path quest visible as sparkling icons over their heads. The once hushed voice of the system was now an everyday companion, offering challenges, encouragement, and new ways to connect. Golden Age status, active. Training speed plus 50%. New skill trees unlocked for every ninja. Peaceful collaboration boosts all village unity quests. A day in the new world. Konoha led a rookie team on a mission, guided by an interactive system map. The quest, restore an ancient river shrine, and along the way, help a grumpy old shopkeeper and settle a friendly argument between a sand and a mist genin. Every success sent ripples through the world voice, with cheers and notifications from friends across the alliance. Mini quest complete. Cross-village friendship. Reward. Party buff, together stronger. Random loot for everyone. Sakura taught the first class of medical heroes, mixing traditional jutsu with new system-supported healing. Her students, a mix of Leaf, Suna, and Cloud, already dreamed of missions on every continent. Shikamaru, now a leading strategist for the allied army, coordinated raid drills, friendly competitions where villages trained together and refined their teamwork skills. The Jinchuriki's new role. In Suna, Gaara welcomed delegations from across the world. His sand formed playful shapes for children, a gentle reminder that even the most feared power could be a symbol of kindness. Killer Bee and Naruto hosted Tailed Beast Festival, an annual event blending music, games, and Tailed Beast exhibitions. For the first time, young ninjas saw Jinchuriki not as monsters, but as mentors. Naruto, forever at the heart of it all, traveled between villages as Relic Guardian. He brought not only the Akatsuki artifact, but tales of courage and the belief that anyone could become a legend. Hero's Legacy Quest, Ongoing. Inspire 10,000 ninja. Optional. Unlock Unity Monument in every village. The world system evolves. The relic now powered a global communications network, instant translation, shared missions, even raid, invites between distant lands. Tsunade, Gaara, and the Raikage signed the Eternal Alliance Charter, inscribing their marks, and the system sealed it as an unbreakable bond. Kurama's voice was softer these days. Not a bad dream, Naruto. Not bad at all. Ordinary dreams. At the academy, a shy boy from the Nara clan completed his first real leadership quest, earning cheers and a high five from a cloud kunoichi. In the countryside, a retired kunoichi opened the first cross-village bakery, unlocking the rare culinary hero achievement and spreading joy in ways never before measured. System notification, Era of Light. Next world event, Dream Festival, all players, all ages invited. Optional. Propose new quests, share stories, shape the era. Naruto, standing atop the Hokage monument, looked out over a world he'd once only dreamed of saving. His friends, his system, and his own heart all echoed the same message. Congratulations, legend. The golden age is yours. He grinned. Believe it. Konoha streets burst into color and music as the long-awaited Dream Festival began. Lanterns hung from every tree, casting shimmering lights over crowds of ninja and civilians from every village. Stalls lined the avenues, serving foods from every land, cloud rice cakes, Suna spiced tea, mist shellfish skewers, and treats from villages once divided by war. Naruto, festival headband tied tight, stood at the main gate with B, Gaara, Sakura, and the rookie teams. Their systems blinked with event notifications. World event, the Dream Festival. Objective, celebrate unity, share stories, and pursue any quest of the heart. Bonus, earn festival tokens for every act of kindness, skill, or creativity. Special, unlocked dream quests. Unique challenges for every ninja, regardless of rank or age. Festival quests and hidden dreams. Jinin raced through festival adventure trails, solving puzzles and learning jutsu from guest mentors. Chunin organized mock battles and rescue games, where points were earned for teamwork, strategy, and even flair. Anbu disguised themselves as festival performers, testing rookie observation skills and rewarding the cleverest with rare loot. The system encouraged every ninja to propose their own dream quest. One young medic started a pop-up healing clinic. A sand puppet prodigy staged a moving play about friendship. Naruto's own dream quest was simple. Find a new friend from every village, share a meal, and teach them shadow clone jutsu, or at least how to eat ramen right. Mini quest complete. New bonds forged. Festival token earned. Achievement. Friend to all. Unlocked. The Jinchuriki parade. As night fell, B led the parade of tailed beasts, a spectacular procession of light, music, and chakra. Illusions and many-tailed beast forms danced above the rooftops. For the first time, the crowd cheered for their heroes not out of fear, but gratitude and joy. Gaara's sand-crafted floating lanterns. Fu and Han sent gentle breezes to keep them aloft. Naruto, atop Gamakichi, rapped badly, with beat a wild applause. World System Announcement. Dream Festival Spirit at Max. Temporary boost. Training, healing, and party skills doubled for a week. Secret Blessing of the Era, given to all players. Quiet moments and bold hopes. On the hill overlooking Konoha, Tsunade, Kakashi, and the Kaguya watched the festivities. Kakashi mused, "This is the dream of the Will of Fire, finally realized." In the crowd, the rookie teams Konohamaru, Moegi, Udon, and friends planned their next adventure, dreaming of joining the next world raid or starting their own festival someday. Kurama's voice in Naruto's heart was gentle. "You did it, kid. But this era is just beginning. Dream bigger." The era continues. As fireworks painted the sky, Naruto's system chimed one last time that night. Era quest update. Endless dreams. New global feature. Proposed world events. All players, rookies, legends, even civilians, can now shape the world's future. Naruto raised his bowl of festival ramen, surrounded by friends from every land. To tomorrow, and every dream that's next. The world cheered, united in hope and endless possibility. Morning broke over Konoha's rooftops, the lingering glow of the Dream Festival casting a golden haze on everything it touched. The world was at peace, but for Shinobi, peace was just a new kind of challenge. In the village square, Konohamaru, Moegi, and Udon checked their systems, festival tokens still clinking in their pockets. Their newest notification pulsed with excitement. Special quest. First adventure. Legends in training. Objective. Embark on an original C-rank mission. Bonus. Form a party with at least one ninja from another village. Secret. Chance for an unexpected hero encounter. Konohamaru grinned. Let's do something no one's tried before. Who wants to come with us? From the festival crowd, a cloud genin named Haru, a shy mist kunoichi called Rin, and a sand puppeteer named Sora raised their hands. The new team fist bumped, their systems syncing for the first time. Cross-village party formed. Party buff. Diverse tactics. Creativity plus 10%. Shared language. Unique combo options unlocked. Into the unknown. Their mission. Track a lost merchant caravan through the border forests, recover its goods, and mediate a dispute between rival villages over the best route for future trade. Simple, on paper, but as the party followed the trail, new challenges appeared. They solved system-generated puzzles, navigated unexpected genjutsu, and helped a wounded forest animal, earning praise from a passing patrol of ANBU and a random acts of kindness bonus. At night, they camped by the river, sharing stories about their homes, favorite foods, and dreams. Moegi asked, "What do you think it was like, that first time Naruto and the others saved the world?" Konohamaru grinned. "I bet they were just as nervous as we are. But they didn't stop trying. That's how legends start." Mini quest. Inspire your party. Success. Party morale maxed. Hero spark unlocked. Chance for critical success in dangerous situations. The hidden test. Halfway through their mission, the party stumbled upon an old shrine, strangely active. The Akatsuki relic's energy echoing faintly through the system interface. Secret quest. Echoes of the past. Investigate the shrine. Avoid disturbing the ancient seal. Report findings to HQ. Bonus. Unlock unique skill or relic fragment. Careful teamwork. Sora's puppet skills. Haru's lightning detection. Rin's silent mist jutsu. Let them map the area and extract a hidden relic shard. The system awarded each member a new passive. Relic attunement. Slight resistance to space-time jutsu. Chance for random, legend encounter, and future adventures. With their mission complete, the team returned to Konoha, the merchant's goods, and a detailed report in hand. The legend lives on. As the rookie team was welcomed back, the world system chimed for all to see. World notification. Legends in training complete. The next generation rises. New C-Rank and B-Rank cross-village quests unlocked. Player stories now added to the Global Heroes Archive. Naruto greeted the team personally, fist-bumping Konohamaru. "Proud of you, little bro." Every legend starts with a first step. Keep going. Kurama's echo rang warm in Naruto's mind. "So, what's your next adventure, brat?" Naruto laughed. "Whatever tomorrow brings, we'll face it together." The world after the Dream Festival pulsed with new energy. Everywhere, ninja young and old embraced a simple truth. Adventure wasn't over just because peace had arrived. If anything, the era of unity had made dreams and danger more possible than ever. In the heart of Konoha, a new heroes archive was unveiled, a living crystal monument. Stories, achievements, and even failures could be submitted by any ninja, recorded forever in the glowing walls. The archive system projected quests, tips, and inspiration to all who approached. World feature. Heroes Archive. Submit stories, invent quests, share strategies. Top submissions grant temporary world buffs. Special. Archive Guardians can be appointed by popular vote, rising to new ranks. Konohamaru's mixed rookie team have become local celebrities after their cross-village adventure. Moegi, Udon, Haru, Rin, and Sara all earned B-Rank mission status, the youngest in their respective villages to do so. The system's Hero's Path. Track their progress. Team progress. Next quest unlocked. Mission. Escort a World Council envoy across the treacherous Lightning Pass. Hidden objective. Uncover the source of strange space-time ripples. Before they departed, Sakura and B ran a rapid raid tactics workshop, teaching the new team how to combo their unique skills. Shikamaru gifted them a custom world map. Don't just follow the roads, draw new ones. Into the unknown again. Lightning Pass was notorious for its sudden storms and labyrinthine tunnels. The rookie team faced wild weather, cunning bandits, and a squad of rogue genin who were really Konoha's AMBU in disguise. The system rewarded improvisation and teamwork. Sora's puppet caught falling debris, saving the envoy. Rin's mist hid the party from a storm beast. Udon used archive stories to decode a puzzle seal. Moegi's support hero Perk kept morale high. Haru's lightning chakra defused an explosive trap. At the pass's midpoint, the team stumbled upon their true quest. A small rift, shimmering with Akatsuki energy, pulsed in a hidden cave. Hidden quest. Rift Guardian. Close or stabilize the rift. Optional. Communicate with the other side. Working together, they combined chakra, relic shards, and teamwork to seal the rift. For a fleeting moment, a vision of a distant world, a blue planet, a hopeful village, a familiar blonde figure training appeared in the mist. The system flashed. Achievement: Guardians of the Boundary. Rift sealed. New Guardian skill unlocked. Once per quest. Prevent disaster. Archive story approved. Plus world buff. Safe travels for all parties for 3 days. Infinite horizons. Back home, their tale joined the hero's archive, sparking a rush of rookie missions and inter-village friendships. The world system, responding to so much hope, announced. Era update. Infinite horizons. All ninja now have the power to shape new lands, write new legends, and propose world events. Special. Legacy seeds hidden around the world. Whoever finds and unlocks them can create a new tradition, jutsu, or even a village. Naruto, watching new stories appear in the archive, smiled as the system's original level cap quietly vanished from the interface. Kurama chuckled, warm and proud. No more limits, Naruto. Just adventure. Naruto answered. Then let's go. Everyone. The world's waiting. And so, as the sun rose on the era of light, 1,000 legends set out at once. Heroes old and new, all ready to take the next step beyond tomorrow. Years passed, yet the world never settled into the dull stillness of old legends. The heroes' archive grew so vast that it filled not just Konoha's plaza, but every major village and even small outposts, each crystal wall alive with new stories, bright with the glow of possibility. The era's system continued to evolve. No longer just a tool for battle, it became a guide for art, invention, family, and peace. Farmers tracked their best harvests. Healers innovated cross-village cures. Children used it for pranks, then for new feats of heroism. Every life left a mark. The legends ripple. Naruto, now mature and world-renowned, strolled through the bustling streets beside Hinata and their children. He'd long since passed the Relic Guardian title to the next generation, but everywhere he went, people smiled and waved, not because he was Hokage or a hero, but because they knew the world's hope had started with him. Kurama, his voice now part of every legend, mused, "We started as monsters, kid. Now, even the smallest story matters." At the new ninja academy, Konohamaru, now a respected jonin, taught his students that leveling up wasn't about strength alone, but about helping, dreaming, and trying again. Across the lands, rookie teams from every nation crisscrossed borders, drawn by legacy seeds, hidden quests to start new jutsu traditions, festivals, or even villages in places untouched by past wars. Sand and Cloud Ninja built the first Peace Gate, a structure that changed location every season, celebrating alliance with games, food, and song. B's latest musical, Beasts and Bonds, played to sold-out crowds. Gaara sand art exhibitions became legend, drawing crowds even from the land of waves. Era quest complete. Infinite horizons achieved. All players. No cap. Infinite growth. New traditions. World buff. Peaceful progress. Secret. New Akatsuki portals appear, not as threats, but as challenges and mysteries. The next generation. In the Archive Plaza, a young boy with wild hair and bright eyes posted his first quest. Find someone to teach me to laugh like B and dream like Naruto. Within hours, the system matched him to a dozen volunteers. Hinata watched, smiling. It really never ends, does it? Naruto grinned. That's the point. Beyond the horizon. One clear night, the World Raid portal flickered open, now safe. A place for teams to journey together, not out of fear but curiosity. The shinobi world faced new mysteries, new worlds, and new friends with open hands. Naruto looked up at the stars, the voices of Kurama and all his friends echoing softly in his heart. Congratulations. You've reached the beginning of every new adventure. Because in this world, as long as even one person chased a dream or lent a helping hand, the story would never end. The end. And that wraps up today's story. What if Naruto had leveling system? I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did putting it together. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment with your thoughts or your own what-if ideas. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.